conscious. Yeah, feeling it tonight, aren't we, love? Get that thing to go lie down before it causes trouble. See if we can get it to work that way. How's it going, everybody? Good evening. We're going to hang out, we're going to have a chat. See how you all are this weekend. I took a day off manual labour. Well, no, I lie. I did work in the garage and stuff. I took a day off streaming it all and had a more chill day to myself, so yeah. Susie's just making me a coffee at the moment. Make sure I do some sketching while I'm here as well. Hafiz, what's up, man? What's up, dude? See how everybody's going. Pin something down here. I've got a book on hand so I can pin some stuff down as I go. I want to maybe make a task list at some point. If we get into that conversation, I'll do a task list live if we get deep into that topic. It was in the back of my mind as a plan. How at the end of the blimmin' pen, how did I manage to break that off?
What, the actual tip?
Yeah, the tip. Just the tip.
It usually happens with those kind of pens.
Just the tip. Typical. That's what'll happen. Oh, thank you, love. You good? Yeah, going alright, man. Basically, yeah, took a more chill day today. Weekend, it's not often I take a day off, so yeah, I did some stuff in the garage and I wandered around outside in the good weather and the sun and just, yeah, had a chill one today. Bit of recovery for the muscles and that. If there's anybody else out there, how's your weekend going? Let me know. Your bed? No, your bed. Just think you get her to lie down if you can. Stop playing up. Oh, Heidi, you're going to get in trouble. Susie is trying to correct Heidi from whining, hopefully. Yeah, that's it, mate. Staunch her out. That's all that's required. Bit of posture, mate. Puff your shoulders up, love. Yeah, so you mog the dog is what we call it. Mog the dog. Evening, Gabby. How are you, mate? Good to see you. You're only just getting started, so we'll have some people flowing. Hey, bro, not too long ago, we've been moaning about the heat. It's just the usual complaint, isn't it, Ink? It's the usual complaint. We're never satisfied, right? It's the Goldilocks syndrome, right? This porridge is too hot. This porridge is too cold. So no, I do like to remember that, and that's what people talk about a lot, right? It's the weather is probably our most common excuse between us and our goals, right? It's not today. The weather's a bit off. It's a really easy way to sort of pull to comfort, right? It's way easier to go for comfort when it's available that easy. Hello, mate. Tony, how are you, mate? How's things going, my friend? Just going to make a bit of a task list for tomorrow, right? So I'm going to start it off now. I got a new book for it today because my old one is getting a bit tatty, which is why I don't write task lists half the time. Now, if I write a task list, I will achieve everything in a day. If I don't write a task list, I'll get stuff done, but I'll also doom scroll Instagram. I'll waste a lot of time and stuff, right? So task lists, very important. That's $2 or $3. That'll change your life for $2 or $3 and a pen. If you're struggling, with procrastination, motivation, any of that stuff. So we're going to start putting down some tasks here for tomorrow. Finish. Clean up outside garage. All right, I got Susie for slave labour. Because I need to get my trailer out. I've been starting on that today. If anybody would like to make their tasks, that's why we're here. We could do this each evening as part of the stream if you guys like. If you never make tasks, because I know I should do it and I plumb and stuff it up. Did you get your song on your Instagram? Million pull-ups. There's a song? I'm a bit confused by that one. Like, what did you send me a message there or something, mate? Let me know. Let me know what you mean there. Yeah, I haven't checked that Instagram much today. There's India Mental 420. Great to see you here again, mate. How are you, bud? Yes, from India. Yep, regular from India. He's our only Indian regular, actually. India regular. Good to see you, my friend. So, what I'm going to do is basically write a task list, right? And these are the tasks I have to do. It's going to be page 1. Now, page 2 is where you put your rewards, right? Send your song for this channel. Wicked. Okay, like, what is that done through? Is it Sona or something, right? Is that the app everyone uses for that stuff? They make like SONA, something like that. Because I did some AI music on the truck reveal one. That's what that like Japanese background tone is. I got that generated for it because otherwise, yeah, everything's copyrighted music. So Soneva, okay. I'll check it out, mate. Thank you very much. So you messaged me that on Instagram on the pull-up account. Just so I make sure I know I'm looking in the right place. I'll get another, you know what I'm going to do here? We're going to get a page started at the back of the book. That's like YouTube stuff. Instead of me screenshotting it every 5 minutes. Find somewhere in this book where I can actually write down all the stuff you guys mentioned that I need to always look up. So how's everybody's weekend going? How are you all? Right, YouTube stuff. YouTube. Oh, geez, my handwriting. YouTube stuff to look up. So I need to look up on Instagram. I'll need to look up Lightwood. I got to get organised, or I'm just gonna. I'm beating myself up in my head at the end of the day that I didn't get enough done. Like I'm doing stuff and I'm wandering around, but it's just there needs to be a little more organisation of the chaos. There needs to be when I sit down that I'm actually know what my next task is. I'm not taking my own advice enough. Lightwood message. You like how I just messaged you? I didn't see any message I just got there, Ronnie. What did I miss now? Seems like your channel's become part of my morning coffee routine. Fantastic, mate. I'm sitting here with an evening coffee. Susie just made that for me. This is good. Thank you for the reminder. Didn't let my coffee go cold. Yeah, how's everyone's weekend so far? You all going all right? Lightwood message, song, or channel. Okay. I remember. At least I got a book now that when you guys mention that stuff. Yeah. Yida. Yada yada yada. Maybe what you mean to say. I don't know. Oh, good work, Ronnie. All right. Oh, sorry, man. Oh, I'll check it out after. Ronnie. Yeah, keep up that good work. That's it. Good to see you, unknown man. How are you? Everyone's rolling in. The gang's all here. So tonight, I don't have any kind of agenda, guys. There's no, as you can see, there's no poll. We're just gonna bed. Yeah, review it first. Oh yeah. Oh, I'll check it out live one. Yeah, I just made sure I wrote it down so I remember. Hello everyone from Mental 420 over there in India. Great to see you, bud. Richard Grundle, how are you, mate? How's it going? We just hang out and yeah, we just talk about all kinds of things, right? Usually it's a self-improvement channel, right? I probably should put up something about... Yeah, I'll just put up something here. Hang on. Just so people know the general vibe of the room. There you go. Yeah, almost. Look at that. He's done it, folks. He's figured out the internet. Not bad for a millennial. It looks a bit big, doesn't it? Hang on. We'll make it, what, about there? Is that nice? There we go. So I'm on a very low energy, like positive vibe, but I'm not on a like big energy vibe tonight, right? As you guys can tell. Nice weekend wind down. I've given myself a low stress day, and I'm just gonna calm down. Everybody just calm down, right? Do songs a lot different than most. I write a very description about the topic at 1,000 words. Oh, nice, mate. Yeah, like what I'm gonna need. I'm definitely gonna need. I was thinking about that a couple of days ago. I need some audio stuff for the, like, especially for the long form videos, or even for like background in the garage and stuff. Like, I need decent non-copyright music, and it's quite difficult to find anything good, to be honest. What else do I need to do? I'm forgetting. What did I forget? This is why I need my book. You, bed. See, you knew the moment you get it right. We've got to get out another nicotine patch. I took it off about 6 hours ago. Heidi, go lie down. Go lie down now. Sorry, just not listening. Hey. Right. Stop it. Don't you start. You're doing so good. You're not whining. You're doing real good, Heidi. Actually proud of you right now, dog. So just hold the line. No. Move. Go lie down. That's enough. Right. Alright, so we got a fresh one of them. I'm still going to have like half a cigarette anyway. I'll wait for it to kick in. You, go lie down. Oh, you run out of water. Wait, be pissed. When did that run out? It was blooming half full 5 minutes ago. Yes, go and drink, sorry. Well, you didn't go to the bowl. You go, have your water. You didn't go to the bowl. Usually you sit by the bowl and you look at me. I think we've just gone down to low battery looking at that. Hang on. Hang on, chat. I'm going to have to plug you in, I believe. Give us a moment here. Oh, mate. Hold still. I got you. Again. Right. Good. This 80 days sober and drink. That's, hey man, doesn't mean you have to continue, right? Everybody has their moments, you know what I mean? So it doesn't mean you failed at giving up drinking. You did 80 days, bro. It shows that you can do that, right? So you can just reset. You don't have to be like, don't adopt the mindset of like, I drank again once, so everything is ruined. It's okay, you made an error, right? But you can, from now, you can go forward tomorrow and just be like, okay, well, next time I'll try beat more than 80 days before I have a drink. You know? So don't beat yourself up about it too hard, man. You know, failure is part of the process of anything. And it's a heck of a thing to be addicted to, as I learned myself, right? I had my slips after about probably 35, 40 days, yeah. Somebody offered me a drink, and yeah, I had one. But after that, I didn't slip again for another probably 2 years, 3 months, something like that, before I, you know, now I have the occasional, very rare drink, you know, but just one. But even then, it's you know, days after, I'm like, oh, I could do this. I was thinking that today. I haven't had a drink in a couple of months now, and I was thinking today, I was like, man, I could go with a beer or something. You, bed now. Dog, bed. You just finished drinking. Bed. Go lie down. Good girl. We're doing well. The puppy's not whining at the moment. Famous last words, perhaps. Completely different to what you normally do. Oh, awesome. Like, what? Yeah. Yeah, I'll check it out, see how it is. Sure, it'll be decent. Yeah, I was just thinking about that just like yesterday, about music on the channel and stuff. I need to look into some app to make AI music or something to be like background stuff, you know what I mean? I want to use AI voice and stuff. Mr. Romance Up, can you play free radio in the background of your YouTube, or is that not allowed? Oh, you can play anything that's not copyrighted. Yeah, anything not copyrighted, but most of the playlists I find on YouTube and stuff I try and put on for garage stuff, and it's pretty crap music. But yeah, you can definitely, there's a whole heap of different stuff you could get. G'day, Kurt. Good to see you, mate. Hopefully I didn't miss anything there. I did miss something. Good thing I scrolled up. Thank you for the gift membership, Kurt. Much appreciated, bro. What did you swipe into? We do a positive chat, man. About living in the real world, my friend. That's what you scrolled into. Zed. Oi, dog. Zed. Yeah. It's ridiculous, dog, to listen only when I go to get off the bed. Sorry, guys. The dogs are starting to play up again. Heidi, no. No, I haven't yet, Mr. Raymond. No, I haven't been out. I went up to the shops today, but you didn't think about that. And you need some medical tape to hold them on. That's a good idea. Hey, no. You can come lie down here, but that's it. Go lie down. Go lie down. All right, now be quiet. Let's LARP. What would you like to LARP as, my friend? The membership emojis, it's just when you got the chat bar, before you even open the chat box in your keyboard, you'll have a smiley face thing there for member emojis. They'll all be different to what you have normally. Master, you're in the wrong place, dude. Yeah, LARP, act like, yeah. We talk about like self-improvement and stuff, man. We don't talk about all this just like bullshit. We try and have a more positive conversation, man, about, life and, what actually matters, you know what I mean? That's the general idea. Topics come up and we talk about them, and yeah, we're just hanging out, man. Zed. Hoi, your paws are clean enough, mate. Stop licking. You're clean, mate. You're good. I promise. You're very handsome. You're a very handsome dog. Like Dags. Most welcome, bro. Yeah. So good. Do you say post that up on my page? Why did you post on your page? What have I missed here? Oh, about the patches stuff. Yeah. So is that on my post on your page? Alright, I'll check it on your page, bro. What are my thoughts on remote viewing? I don't get what you mean. I don't understand what you mean. 710, how are you, mate? Have you got a Datsun 710 by chance? Or is that like an area code or something? Sure, I'm not seeing all chat. Oh, I don't know. Unknown. Yeah, maybe not. Some of it gets filtered out still. Seems to just be a YouTube thing, man. I'll make sure I'm on the all messages. Yeah, I don't really talk about the world, man. I don't talk about the world on here. I talk about our own lives, man. That's what we focus on this channel, is what's going on in our own lives, not the whole world. That's what it's all about. That's how you build something for yourself, right? That's how you create your outcome. See the name up there. Every once in a while I come across a stream like this, really refreshing. Yeah, that's what I tried to create, man, is when I had like depression and stuff and really struggling, I couldn't find a channel which was actually just like we could hang out and actually talk. It was everything was just like brain rot. Like, you know, there's some good channels I found now, but yeah, most of it was very drama, and yeah, I thought I'd make it a bit of a different place. So yeah, do all sorts of different stuff on the channel, man. But these kind of the evening, usually every evening we do a chat like this and just touch base with everyone and see what's going on. It's mostly positive, and then occasionally the odd topic comes up if anybody wants to ask a question. You know, you're never interrupting the chat if you got something going on in life you want to talk about, and we'll jump onto that topic and try to help people out. That's the general idea. Well, man, you seem legit. I love self-improvement. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah, hit the sub if you haven't. We're clawing our way up on YouTube day by day. We're at like 2150-ish subs, something like that. We're getting there. Evening chats and gold. Yeah, I really enjoy them, Kurt. I think I'm not tooting my horn or nothing, but I think I'm getting better at them at understanding like what to do here, like by being real and stuff, and just like sort of toning it down a little bit rather than too many accents and stuff like that. Like I like to take the piss maybe a bit much sometimes, so just keep it chill and just hang out. I'm tired. I'm sure you guys are a bit blooming tired too. You know, I've still got enough energy to be here, but we're just gonna breathe. We're gonna dial down the ADHD a bit. And eventually Zed will stop licking. Won't you, Zed? He's literally sitting in the corner and licking his paws off. Can you not? He only stops when I tell him, and he stays dead still with his head away from me, and he'll start doing it again. And he started doing it again. Hang on, guys. Hey, you. Stop licking the bed and stuff. This is why you keep getting fur balls. Idiot. Just because your sister has been on the bed, it doesn't mean you have to clean the entire bed with your tongue because it's got a bit of her hair on it. You can just leave it, mate. It's always something, isn't it? Cleaned up some rubbish on a paddock here in town that has sheep grazing with me talking about shit. That's all it was. Yesterday I posted up early this morning. Oh, okay, man. I'll check it out. May I ask why accent that is? Yeah, I'm from New Zealand, mate. Don't get amped up and overdo anything while listening to your song. Appreciate it, mate. I'll check it out. I'm very, very grateful, guys. I'm very grateful, like, you know, when you guys create stuff for me and that, like somebody else made the profile picture for the channel. I had the original picture and they just all up. That was Troublemaker. I think he's based over Aussie. Haven't seen him in a while. Hope he's well. But yeah, he made the profile picture and stuff, right? So I love to share what you guys create. Hello from Texas. G'day. Respect, loyalty, honor. That is a fantastic YouTube name. Respect, loyalty, honor. But Ronnie, what is the secret to actually get your questions answered? Oh, it can be timing, bingo. There's so much going on. Like, it's the secret to getting a question answered would be if I'm on a topic that I'm going on about for a minute or two, just don't send your comment until I'm done, and then I'm caught up on the chat. You asked what LARPing was before. I answered you, bingo. You gotta be listening, mate. Gotta be listening. I move quick. Sometimes you asked what LARPing was, and I said it's like acting, pretending to be something, you know. LARPing is, you know, just if you're not sure, just do Google these things. Can't help, but yeah, LARPing is just, you know, pretending to be something you're not, essentially. Live in the States, New Zealand, mate. New Zealand, I think. Blue Grasshopper, good to see you, mate. I do ask for your grace, guys. I do try and keep up on the chat as well as I can. And sometimes it jumps up, you know, a block of 10, 12 messages at once, and I'm like, So yeah, I'll try to keep up. I'm focused. We caught up. I'm up onto the chat, right? When you answer questions from people on your streams, how do you picture them? Like, for example, do you picture a personification of what you would think they would look like, or something like that? No, it's just I'm autistic, bro. So it's just in the way, like, I can't see the profile pictures are too small. It's just like I sort of just read off like couple of sentences from somebody, I can tend to read the tone and just look at the way they structure language. It's just automatic, bro. I can't tell you where it comes from. Somebody asks a question and I'm just like, oh, and it's just the autistic info dump in the most relevant way I can frame it, right? So I don't know where it comes from, man. I had friends tell me to get on here and stuff, maybe, and I could help people. It'd be a good path, and I went, oh yeah, all right. So it's kind of just how it went. Real photo of Lightwood, nice, mate. Mysterious. You watched the Peter Jackson trilogy? No, honestly, I'm probably one of the few Kiwis that hasn't seen any of the Peter Jackson stuff. I think I watched maybe half an hour of The Hobbit once randomly somewhere, but no, just no, I never caught it when it was on TV or anything. I never got around to watching it yet. Sometimes people who are laughing too much are struggling too much. True. Yep. Sometimes if you don't laugh, you'll cry. I can definitely relate to that. I think it's definitely a case with me at times. If I'm having a really hard time, I'll get on. I'll be a bit more of a clown. I'll be a bit more, bit more of a sense of humour. It's when I'm more chill like this, things are kind of flowing along better, to be honest. Maybe, I don't know. It's like the whole Robin Williams situation, right? You spend your time making everybody else laugh, but you got to look after yourself first. So yeah, very important. Live. Oh, it stands for live action role play. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Right. Mister, you got a lot of insights, mate. You know a lot, my friend. What's mental health? Oh, who would know? Best comedians. How do you differentiate between the mind and the body? Well, the mind runs the body, right? You are your mind. You're not your body. Your body's just muscles and stuff. It's acting out what the mind is saying, right? So it's all mental health, really. You want a good, physical health is, working out and looking after your body, what you eat, sleep and all of that. That all factors. But at the end of the day, it's your brain's just piloting a meat suit, as they say. Look like Jason from GTA 6. Do I? Does that mean I can sue them like that Joker guy or something? Can't I get millions of dollars for them taking my identity or something? When's GTA? All I've ever heard about GTA 6 is that it's getting delayed all the time. I was never much of a GTA player. Played it a bit at one point, but yeah, always more into my driving games. What sports do I do? Motorcycles. That's my thing, is motorcycling. If you can call it a sport, I suppose you can. Track riding motorcycles on the street. So that's my jam. I had a few years off the track at the moment, but we're getting back to it. Why guys are obsessed with video games? Everybody has an obsession of some kind, right? Video games, like anything, it's an escapism, right? It's getting away from the reality, right? So some people do that with alcohol, some people do it with drugs, some people do it with video games, some people do it with a combination of the three plus some, it's... Everybody has their cross to bear, right? Everybody has their own unique challenges. Make your life as fun as GTA. Yep, you come onto a very, very good point there. If you make your life like a video game, right, you'll grind hard at a video game to get to the next level, to upgrade your character, to grow, to get through. You'll grind the same race 20 times over in a driving game to get the money, to get the better car. You should gamify your life in that same way. There's some people who have built whole self-improvement brands around that logic. Gamify your life. Mental health is what you stay aware of so you can survive suffering trauma. Yeah, just learning to control your emotional state and learning that sometimes you're going to have thoughts, sometimes you're going to have bad days, sometimes you're going to be sad. It just happens, right? Some days you just wake up and you're just not having a damn good day. But it's all right. Fair enough story. I don't do any, I just don't talk about any politics or anything here, right? We don't talk about the world's problems. We try and talk about our own problems or what's going good for us, right? How things are going. That's what I try and focus on here more than anything, guys, is looking, if you're trying to aim up in life, you want your life to get better, you want things to improve, that's what we're here to talk about. So, that's why I don't do all the politics and all that, because that always just gets worse, frankly. So the best thing you can do if the world's getting, the way it is, the best thing you can do is turn the focus on yourself, right? Your own friends, family, and your own time and what you do, rather than staring at the problem that's not going to change. So that's what I'm all about. That's the whole basis of everything I do. Nobody's coming to save you. So, it's like you hear a lot of people go, oh, if I just, what's your plan? I really want this thing. I wish I could have that someday. What's your plan? Oh, maybe I'll win lotto. It's like the lottery, it's not really a very soundproof plan there. Could work out, but probably not. I don't fancy the chances. Oh, it's good. I enjoy a good glass of milk. Nobody wins lotto? Oh, I guess somebody does. Somebody must. I just still didn't put my nicotine patch on, you know that? Hang on. Oh man, my shoulders, they're getting a bit better. Bit of rest today. Alright, I need me nicotine patch. I took one off hours and hours ago, so I need to put another one on. But now I've gone like the whole day without them and had one cigarette. I just had another one just before. About to I'll get the patch on, and that'll carry me through the night and into the morning. Yeah, it's Mark, bro. It's Mark. Yep. AB Hazel, g'day. How are you? Sorry if I do miss anyone. I do try to catch it all. It's just I've got people in the chat talking amongst themselves and stuff as well. I try and fish through it all. Yeah, Mr. Raymond is Mark, bro. Very deep thinking after being through so much that not many others come to the other side surviving. Thank you for the compliment earlier. No worries at all, mate. I appreciate you paying it forward. It's like what I'm trying to do here, right? I'm trying to take just whatever information I've got in my perspective and hope it helps some people. That's the whole plan, right? Because there's always you find a sense of self outside of yourself, right? And serving others is, I think it's where it is, to be honest. Every time I put these nicotine patches on, they itch for about the first hour. They sit there and they itch at my skin as they kick in. Feel very uncomfortable. Because, like, being autistic, right, it's, I always cut all the tags off my clothing as a kid, and, like, all these t-shirts printed on the inside, so I always, had to cut all the labels out of my clothing because they'd bug me, the texture and stuff. Good old autism. All I did was waste some money. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hips. It's doing okay today. Yeah, it's doing okay. I got it set back in. Were you there for that, Gabby, on the gym one where I messed up my hip? But no, it seems to set back in. A bit sore overnight, but no, it's mostly the back of my arms overnight. Just the way I did those real slow tension down pull-ups, just training that up. I knew what it would do, but yeah, my core's hurting a lot. I'm every time I cough, my stomach's hurting like crazy. My shoulders are sore, but I'm alright. There's another reason I sort of took today more chill. I still moved a whole heap of stuff outside, garage stuff and that, worked away at stuff, but yeah, the extra workout training is getting to me a little bit. It's alright. Wear the shirt the other way around. Why would I wear it the other way around? It's the correct way around. No, it's on the right way, mate. It's on the right way. Look at that. Look, he's getting the gains back. Getting the gains of the pull-ups and push-ups. There you go. Look, back a week back. What, a week of doing push-ups and pull-ups again? There you go, mate. Get the big arms, mate. He's like the Iranian Hulk, mate. Look at that, mate. He's like the Hulk, mate. You see that? Little ziz, bruh. There you go. So it's all working out. But your ankles behind your head, the hip will pop back in place. Mate, I'm not that flexible. I don't even think I could touch my knee to me forehead. Maybe. I'm just going to ban this person there. What about you in pain? Yeah, it wasn't good, Gabby, but yeah, I just fixed it while I could. It happens. I'm held together with a bit of duct tape these days. Severely epileptic, had 8 brain surgeries. I haven't had a grandma in a long time, but I was walking through a pet store with my mum and I had a grand mal. Is it a type of seizure or something, bro, Ronnie? Let me know, man. Zelda, yes, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. A long time since I played Zelda. Switch money with 12 hours wearing two at all times to stop my pack of 20 a day habit. The itches and nicotine level, if it itches too much, it's too strong for you. Okay. Alright, yeah, I might have to drop them down, man. Yes, it's like, yeah. As long as I sort of rub them in circles, bro, and it seems like try and get a bit of friction, a bit of heat into them, and then it seems to settle a bit better. But yeah, the nicotine patches are pretty uncomfortable. Doesn't seem to matter. Doesn't seem to matter where I put them. Leave a bit of a red mark. I'm putting them in a different place every time, like I said, but. Also, mute. What am I missing here? No, I'm not muted. G'day, Jamie. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Snapshot. Good to see you, mate. How are you? What voices, mate? Type of seizure that can honestly kill you. My mum saved me with the emergency med I carry. Oh, damn, Ronnie. Enjoy each day, man, right? Do the best you can. Hopefully, did you look into the carnivore diet at all, Ronnie, to see if it might help you out with that? Hopefully, it might alleviate the epilepsy and stuff a bit for you, dude. I just know from when I looked into it deeply, they had a lot of success with that, especially epileptic people really benefited from it. Yeah, CBD, yeah, that's another interesting one you could look into, isn't it? I think. Yeah, have you looked into any CBD therapy or CBD stuff, man? Some oils, whatever. They might. You're right, okay. They've had really good results with that with seizures and stuff. That's the whole point of the medicinal stuff, right? Yeah, I'm trying to blend both at the moment, unknown, but yeah, we'll see how we get on. Am I on a trailer? Yes, I'm in a caravan at the moment. That is correct. I'm feeling better as helping somebody else. It's crazy, but it's true. Yep. Yep. Definitely agree there, Matt. Cool. Yeah. How you going, Mischief? Mayhem? Hope you're going well. We just hang out and chat about whatever's going on. Just have a real conversation, man. So yeah, if people have issues or things good, whatever, just hang out. I don't know. We're here. Trailer. Yeah, caravan, but yeah, I don't know. I guess you guys call it a trailer. Oh, it's like the American Airstreams, like the real. Are they stainless steel or are they like polished aluminium or whatever? But they got rivets and stuff on them. Really like those. All the Airstream trailers. They're polished aluminium, weren't they? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Sup, mate? Hey, Gunda. How are you, my friend? CTG, how are you, mate? Do you feel like one should still have kids considering the world today? It's an interesting question. Something I've thought about at length, but I did think about with the way the world's going, what kind of world would you be bringing children into that by the time they're my age, what's the world like? What kind of freedoms do they have and that kind of thing? But then there's also, the best I could make of that in my head was all our ancestors. For us to be here now, all our ancestors had to reproduce, right? So what difficult times were they going through? Wars, famines, this, that, right? Vikings burning your village down, all that kind of thing, right? And they stuck through, right? And they had children like, traveling the world in boats and I don't know, all kinds of things have happened in history, right? But everyone reproduced and went to new lands and all these things, right? So it's like I'm sure they'd be all right. With the economy side of it and the cost of things, that is that's probably the primary question for me with kids. Is like I there was a lot of things as a kid, where the answer was very often, well, we can't afford it. Like no, there's no money for anything like that, right? And I wouldn't be saying yes to everything my kids ever wanted, but I want to be able to make sure I'd be in a position to. For me, it was always about growing up myself and being in a right position before doing that, right? Otherwise, you got children raising children. So yeah, I'm glad I've sort of waited through my 30s and that. Tough times, tough people. Yep, tough times create tough people. And then the full statement is yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the full statement on it. I do know it. I just don't. I get the wording wrong. Decent, good money. Yep. Like a health insurance bag quality. Well, yeah, I don't know about. I don't know about the whole health insurance thing in America. I know you have to pay for it. I know I've seen that it can be like a crazy bill from a snake bite and stuff, but it's just there's nothing that just doesn't work that way in New Zealand. Like you don't have to have any health insurance or anything. You wander in the door and you go, I'm broken. You show up in the ambulance and you go broken, and they're like, oh yes sir, and you see specialists and surgery and whatever. It's all just covered. It's all free. Can't eat over a limit due to epilepsy. I get eating epilepsy and light epilepsy, so I can eat a lot, but I can't go too high. Yeah, again, Jamie, I'd be really looking at the carnivore diet, man. They were having amazing results with epilepsy with people going to like ketogenic diets and stuff. God gives the toughest battles to those who are not tough enough to handle it. You have a strong heart. I appreciate that, mate. All right. Just so you know, Bingo, I'm not ignoring you. I can see you guys. You guys are chatting amongst yourselves and stuff. So all good. I do appreciate when you tag each other with the at the start of the comment. I kind of just go past all of those ones because you guys just are having your conversations, right? Thanks. Yeah, I feel like I'm moving towards not having children and building a fulfilling career and being of service to other people's lives. Having kids would fulfill my needs, not the world's. Yeah, that's something else I thought about, Dante, as well. Is people want to raise children to be good people in the world and this and that and whatever, and raise like one or two children, right? Whereas you can start something else where you could influence hundreds of children, thousands of children, right? Like I thought about that. Like I was a Boy Scout at one point, right? And when I think back on that, that's what the Boy Scout leaders did, is they had their own sons and stuff, but they were giving up their weekends to come camping and come do training and teaching all of us everything, right? So that was a good one. It's where do you want to put your time that it can have the most impact on the world was something I do think about. Wish me all the best. Thank you, Rakan. Rakan, thank you very much. I'll try and pronounce it correctly for you. So the business here, hospital, okay. Yeah, carnival right. Why are Australians so gay? I don't know, bro. Why are they? I don't think they are. There's women over there. They got Sheilas, don't they? You realise I'm a Kiwi, right? You got Dr. Green Thumb NZL. Why are we ragging on the Australians? It's not very nice. Gonna be a granddad next month. I just turned 40. I have life wisdom for all walks of life. Wow, man, that's impressive. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people adapted like very young. I mean, all my friends and stuff growing up, like none of them were having kids like until they were over 30. I think maybe one of them had kids before he was 30. Like, I didn't in my early 20s. I didn't know anybody with kids. Yep, find the lights tough, yeah, for sure. Scared of heights, yeah. I think most people are, to be honest. You're scared of owls? Being truly present to everything that's already in the world, yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's definitely an interesting perspective, Dante? It's yeah, something I've thought about a fair bit. Yep, bingo's Aussie. Yep. Hey, dude, long time. Zane, yeah, it has been a while, mate. How are you, dude? How you been going, Zane? Great to hear from you. I was talking to you, Venom, but it's okay. I'm sorry, Claire. I do let me know if I missed something, guys. If it's I try to catch all of it. But the stream goes by pretty quick, and then I reply to one sentence from somebody with a paragraph, and then I'm in trouble. I don't see any other message from Claire. I don't know where it's gone. It might be a while, but I'm sorry, Claire. No, I can't find it now. I must have been right back. I'm sorry, Claire. If you can be bothered repeating it, I'll keep an eye out for it. Nero, I'll just ban you there. Sorry. 18 when your oldest daughter was born. Yeah, just yeah, I don't know, my relationship. So I was always it was always the relationship after me that they would go and have children or get married. That was always how it went. Oh no. They'd usually meet me in a state I don't know, and then in the end, all these kind of conversations by the end of the relationship and whatever, yeah, they'd move on, and then the next guy they'd settle down with. So I don't know. Make of that what you wish. I don't think I turned any of them lesbian or anything, so I think I did an alright job. Can ADHD be cured? Well, it can't be cured, it can be managed. It depends. It depends how you want to view it. There's that Dr. Gabe or something. I think he's a French guy, and he views it as it's a trauma response, but regardless, it does have a chemical imbalance in the brain as a result. System shut down and whatever. I don't know. For me, I don't like being medicated. Being medicated really helps me with ADHD. I get things done. I'm laser focused. I can do anything on ADHD meds, but I don't feel like myself at all. I feel like a prisoner to the meds. So all the stuff's getting done, but I don't feel it. I don't ever feel a sense of achievement or anything. So I prefer to just sort of raw dog it. Yeah, I used to be like that in the workplace a bit, Jamie, working for other people. Eventually, I like around my early 20s, my first couple of jobs, I had good bosses. It was all right, and then there was a period where I went like just doing warehousing jobs and stuff, and like a manager would just talk to me the wrong way and they were just so rude sometimes, man. And you just like you've been at the job a couple of weeks, you're trying to understand something and how they want something done. They'd be so rude, and I'd be like, man, I don't need this. I used to just walk off site. I did that on at least 5 jobs in a year. I was like, I'm not doing this no more, man. It wasn't long after that. I found a job that I actually really enjoyed for a few years, and I just went out on my own after that. I'm like, nah, screw this. I'm not going to spend my whole life with somebody else telling me when I can eat my lunch. Wasn't for me. Make sure I catch up on the chat here. Decent everyone. Yep. Yep. Found Susie now. Yep. Life changed there for sure. Big change. Being present to what happens to me and my mother's made me see how clearly the ADHD symptoms are related to attachment issues. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of it in my family. I know that. Like, it's like my sister has kids that are ADHD and autistic. My father is, I don't know. I just try and manage it. The best thing I figured out with my ADHD and autism is to keep myself emotionally controlled, keep myself chill, watch how much stimulants I'm taking in is the main one. Like caffeine and stuff, and Coca-Cola, sugars are one that really messes me up. I can have a bit of sugar, but yeah, just too much. Too much of a good thing, right? It says clear that 6 why they're doing that, but I can't see any message. Just getting my car crushed next month. Why are they crushing your car, mate? What's going on there? That's no bloody good. Told my ADD was a superpower today. Also, I was multitasking for a while. Oh, yeah, definitely is if you can guide it, you know. Yeah, so hey, you have your moments, Jamie. It's all right, mate. You just always try and be better, right? You're not your past. It's a lot of it, Jamie, is when you're stressed out and you're focused on what you're doing and then get interrupted. Like that bothers me severely when I like can finally get my brain to actually focus on something, and that's always when someone comes along and tries to pull you away. It's like really like like people won't come by for weeks or something. In the moment, I'm really focused. It's like somebody else stop. Everyone will stop by that day. It's just like yeah. It's how it goes sometimes. You get used to it over time. Grease Monkey, hello again from USA, Minnesota, right? Minnesota, great to see you again, bud. Too old, 1995, lots of problems. Had it 17 years. I had a good run with it though. Like an old dog, good loyal old dog with a car. At least the car will get some rest now. Sounds like it had a good run. Now don't forget, Claire. You can always take the side off it and mount it on your wall. That's my top car guy tip. You just take the front quarter panel off it, take the doors off it, and then cut the whole side off the car with grinders and stuff, and then you can mount that up on your wall and just have the side of the car. Put it in the lounge, put some little interior lights in it. You're good to go. I'm just saying, you can. You can put it in the garden if you own your own land. You can make it a garden bed rather than it go to scrap. Pull the engine out and stuff, and plant some plants in it, and let her rot into the world. That works too. Yeah, just let it go, Jamie, bro. Just move on. You'll encounter people like that in life. There's a lot of people that are, yeah. If I'd acted how I felt was appropriate, and the way some people treated me in my life, yeah, I wouldn't be a free man. So right, so sometimes it's best to just let it go. The people who treat people that way tend to have miserable lives. Like they'll get theirs anyway, right? You don't have to actually do anything generally, right? Like usually problems will sort themselves out. This guy is a clown. The ballet, is that the one with the bear in the little car? Oh, Mod got you. He's a clown now, mate. Still me? Alright. You care about me in real life? Oh, true. Yeah, I don't need you to care about me. And you say I'm a clown. Like, my lovely lady just said something lovely to me. She said she cares about me. So, see, you can call me a clown, but my wife, yeah, I'm good. Quite happy here, mate. But thank you for your concern. I think he's saying I'm funny or funny looking. I don't know. Painted it purple 15 years ago. Purple Pearl. What kind of car is it, Claire? Out of curiosity. Jamie, I think the best thing for you, Jamie, is to make sure you get away from these kind of people. Or if you've got a sister blaming you for something like that, I think the best thing you should do is you need to cull these kind of people out of your life. I had to do it at one point. I cut off my whole family for years until some boundaries were in place and things, right? Sometimes it has to be done. There's friends I'd had for 10, 15 years. They're gone. I got rid of most of them. Communications with your dad, yep. It happens, bro. Like me and my dad had a lot of conflict over the years. We get along all right now, but it was very much for me. It was always being treated like a 14-year-old child. I'm in my mid 30s, and I'm talking about cars and stuff. I'm a car mechanic, and he'd just argue with me about it and stuff like that, right? And I'm like, dude, like you're treating me like I'm still a 10, 12-year-old kid who knows nothing in the garage. I'm like, I've done more on cars than you have at this point. And you're asking me for advice, but yeah. So we got past that. Like these days, me and him can have a good yarn and get along and help each other out. So it works out well. Things change in time. Yeah, I know you are, Jamie. I know you are, bro. But yeah, if you can just at least try and get some boundaries in with your sister, man. Stuff like that. Like if you're gonna get blamed for it, like to me, it's if somebody's gonna talk to you like that, it doesn't matter if they're your sister. Like you're not gonna allow somebody to talk to you that way. So just, I'd make it a clear boundary of like, I'm not going to associate with you if the conversation will be like that. UK edition Primera, can't get any parts anymore for her. Oh, you can in New Zealand. You can usually get bits for those over here. A few mates have had UK spec Primeras. A lot of them ended up in New Zealand as well. It'd be a P11, wouldn't it? Or P10. There's a lot of parts for those over here in little old New Zealand. I'm sure they'll ship them over for you. They do exist. But yeah, they're getting a bit thinner on the ground. The Primeras these days, I haven't seen many of them around anymore. There were a lot of them around about 5-6 years ago, not a few less now for sure. It's very interesting to me that I was on the road the other day and we went to the city and back, and I counted no less than 50 Toyota Prados from the 90s. Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. It's a $10,000 truck. And I did not see one single PX1 Ford Ranger, which were built from like 2011 to 2014. There were the newer Rangers with the facelift on them, but I did not see one single. This was New Zealand's best-selling ute from 2011 to 2014, right? Or maybe it was second to the Hilux then, but they sold a heap of them. They used to be everywhere, and all these Rangers kept blowing their engines at like 100,000 kilometers and stuff, right? And yet all these Toyotas are rolling around from the 1990s, 94 to 98. Toyota Prados, they're flipping everywhere. And yet a Ford from 2011 to 2014, they're all gone. Even the PX2s are starting to vanish off the road because all the motors blow up. People just get rid of them. Everything's disposable, right? Yep. Yep, that's it, Jamie. Oh, you always get bullies and stuff, man, Jamie. There's just people like that in the world, man. Doesn't mean you have to listen to them, bro. You just know your own truth, man. People always have something to say. You see it here with what I get with the trolls, right? People who don't know me at all. Here's a reminder. I thought about this yesterday. I talked about it a bit yesterday on here. Been thinking about it since. You got to remember that however old you are, you've been in your head for 24 hours a day the entire time. So when somebody comes along, somebody meets you at a party, and you hear years later, oh, that person met you at a party years ago, didn't like you, whatever. That person maybe spent 15 minutes around you. Maybe they spent a couple of hours around you, sitting around a fire, and they just didn't like you or something. It doesn't really matter what their opinion is of you. Because for me, I'm 39 years old. I've been in my head. I've been here 39 years. I got 39 years of knowing who I am. That person has 10 minutes. They have a couple of hours, or, you bump into someone in a store, you embarrass yourself in a supermarket or something, you drop something and you're like, oh, embarrassed. So that person's seen like this tiniest little snippet of your life, right? So, what opinion matters, it's your own, right? Just a different way of thinking about it. Check the chat here, make sure I'm keeping up. That purple lady, yep. I hope your mental health is doing well. I'm struggling big time these days. My family used to support me, but my sister joined a fundamental church and told me I'm a demon for who I am. Oh, that's alright, mate. You're welcome here. Yeah, my mental health's doing alright, bro. And that's what I'm here to talk about, man, is, I battle a lot with depression, ADHD and stuff myself, and that's why I made the channel, was to help people with, we just hang out at night, and if you want to talk about what's going on a bit more or whatever, we can do that, or you just hang out. We just keep all the other stuff of the world out of it, all the politics and all that. This channel's just about building yourself, right? Trying to make things better, trying to build a better future. So that's the whole thing. See, sometimes like you have to distance yourself from family, you know. Like I mean, there's been times like at one point my sister put a boundary down with me. Like I was being a bit rude about some of her beliefs and stuff. She was like, "Look, if you're gonna," this was many years ago, and she made it clear to me. She said, "Look, if you're gonna put this kind of thing on me and we're gonna talk about this way," she's like, "We're not gonna have a relationship. So what do you want to do? Do you want to keep arguing about this thing, or do we just drop the topic?" And I was pissed off at her for a while, but in the end, you know, I was like, "Okay, you know, fair enough." Yeah, we all have our moments. We're all learning. We're all growing. You know, I'm certainly not perfect. I don't think anybody is. Dad treated you very similar, Grace. Yeah, yeah. Always remember as well that your parents were just like you are now, right? They were probably about your age when they had children, maybe. I had to think about that. Like, you know, when I was, you know, I'm 39 now. You know, when my dad was my age, I was 6 years old, right? So, you know, I'm thinking about how much I'm raising myself and how much time I'm putting into like self improvement and that. And he never really did any of that kind of work. So it's like, I think back to me 6 years ago when I hadn't really done any work on myself and imagining I've got a son and I've, you know, already got a 6 year old daughter and I've got a son, you know, I'm like, shit, man, like, you know, he had a lot on his plate, obviously. So, you know, they do their best, right? They're just teaching what they learn from their parents and their own experience and stuff, right? So, and night purple is a great colour. It is. It is a peak colour. Dealing with being betrayed by the system for my life back injury, treating myself to posh and can no longer do labour jobs, use my body how I like to. Yeah, I'm starting to feel I've wrecked my body a bit over the years, mister, but definitely not as bad as you have. But yeah, I used to be too much of a hero with cars and stuff, carrying gearboxes and like whole engines and just, oh yeah, whatever, pick it up, you know. It's I've slowed down. I don't do so much hero stuff these days. A few years ago, I sort of really tried to stop doing just like crazy lifting and stuff because I was just wrecking my body out. Like my Chevys, but Toyota made some good engines. Yes, they did, sir. I'm a Toyota man at heart. I like the reliability. Please open your shirt. It's not buttons. It is t-shirts. I cannot do this. Tiger style. Be like a tiger and roar. Always be loyal. Train your mind to be calm in every situation. Believe in yourself. It's you versus you. I'm going to pin that. It's beautifully said, Tiger. Thank you very much, mate. Went to jail for something I genuinely didn't do. 40k lawyer. When asked for my meds, they said I was lying. Took the third night to ask the midnight nurse to feel my head to see. So I assume that story will carry on. I assume you ran out of characters. Oh man, I tell you what, it's opened my eyes doing this channel. The amount of suffering out there just among just regular people. You know, like I've got my problems, I've had my struggles, and then you guys all have your own very unique story, very, you know, and at the same time, you know, similar experiences too. But everybody's past is that little bit different, that little bit of variation, but it's all same kind of problems, right? Same kind of challenges, just showing up in slightly different circumstances, you know. Then you got some people just like, you know, horrific health problems and stuff. You know, I'm definitely more grateful for my health from having this channel. You know, the amount of you guys that have, you know, epilepsy and stuff you struggle with that. It's like, you know, I got ADHD and autism, but, you know, epilepsy and there's people needing brain surgeries and, oh my God. You know, on the internet looking stuff up and messaging on Messenger. Yeah, nice, mate. Nice, yeah. I think I'll just, yeah, this weekend I'm a lot more chill. Like I'm still going to be getting stuff done. The weather's a bit better so we can get outside, and I've been cleaning up stuff outside today. I've got a big plan of reshuffling, get my trailer out and get these cars off to scrap because I've been saying like, you know, next month I'm going to get that done, and I'm you know, now's the time I have to make sure I get prepped for it or it won't happen. It'll just end up being another 2 months or 3 months and it just doesn't happen, right? Hope life is going to continue to get better every day. Yeah, we're going that way, Hellfighter. Yeah, we're getting there. How about yourself, mate? Are things going all right? Artists, I know a lot about colours. Nice. Nice, mate. System let you down, Ronnie? Yep. Threatened this week, Jamie? Yeah, it happens, bro. This. Oh, man. There's all kinds of people in this world, man. That's all I can say, Jamie. Is you gotta sort of forge your own path, and there'll always be somebody with something to say. There's all kinds of yep. You wouldn't believe some of the stuff I've copped on Instagram this week. The messages I've received on there, I can't say what was said in them on here. Put it that way. Oh well. So whatever's going on with them, man, you got to understand it's not you, Jamie. It's something in their own mind that makes them feel they have to be that way, man. Something in their own journey, man. It's not you. Branded myself with the Toyota emblem twice. Oh. One with horns, the other with a halo. 30th birthday present to myself. Man, you got issues, Mr. Rayman. I like it. It's an interesting approach. Celebrate your 30th birthday by branding yourself with a Toyota logo. Damn, bro. That must have been one hell of a party with the boys. Struggled really hard for 9 years with dead kiddies, hooked up to a machine 5 days a week to stay alive. You doing better now, Nicholas? Did you manage to get a transplant in the end, brother? Very familiar with that battle. Somebody close in the family, yeah. Relation of mine, very close. Yeah. Won't go too far into it, but yeah. Battles with kidney failure. I had a flatmate once. She was out living alone, had a room for rent, and I moved in there. And she was on dialysis and going through kidney failure. And yeah, I lived there the last couple of years of her life, and then she died in the hospital. Just never come home. But yeah, it was a tricky one. But hey, spent a couple of years there living with her, and made dinner, and she'd come home after dialysis, and I'd make her a chocolate cake. Made from the old Edmonds cookbook, Edmonds sponge cake. She loved the Edmonds sponge cake, and she couldn't really make them anymore. So that's how I learned to bake cakes. Was pretty much making her a cake every couple of days. Hey, mate. Yeah, good, Seth. Going well, mate. What up, G? How do I stop gooning and go from Chud to Chad? Start working out, mate. Start making something of yourself. That's what you'd want to do there. You'd want to discipline yourself, not just, if you have nothing to aim at, a man who stands for nothing will fall for anything. I'll give you 2 bits of advice. A man who stands for nothing will fall for anything. So you need to be aimed at something in life, or you're just going to wander around and you'll just piss away money and at whatever, and you won't go anywhere. You're just running in circles like a chicken with its head cut off, right? The second bit of advice would be understand nobody's coming to save you. So there's no point worrying about the politics of this, to that, to that, to that. What can you do with your time to build your future? That's it. That's how you become the Chad, mate. Little ziz, bruh, Little ziz, bruh. That's how it goes, mate. Subscribe, you'll learn. I'll teach you. We'll make you a Giga Chad, mate. It'll work out. I'm a lot more than vehicles, anxiety, depression. It's fun to talk. Yeah. Exactly. I think we all find little ways to quieten the noise in the skull. For me, that's the race bike, right? Gets me is only getting $500 for your car after all the work you put in. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens with cars, unfortunately. But I don't own anything I owned in this world before I'm 39. Anything in this world I owned before I was 30, beyond a few little knickknacks, I don't have any of it. Just remember that. If you're under the age of 30, by the time you're 40, you don't really have any of it. It's all come and gone. All the cars I had and the wheels I had to have and the all the takeaways I ate and this and that, right? All the you buy experience. You want to buy experiences, right? And that's what you bought, right? You bought an experience, and there was a lot of money went into the car. You had your time with it. It's just a chapter, right? I understand, it's hard letting go of those chapters, but something has to go for something new to take its place, right? you have to clear space in your life. So once you clear that space, something new will come and you can build new experiences, go on a new journey, do it again, right? It's a different way of looking at it, Claire. Oh, geez, Jamie, that's full on. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man, Jamie. Could say more, but it's not about me here. I'll just give advice where I can from now on, chat, because everything I reference is from lived experience. Oh, that's exactly what it's about, Mr. A, man. It's like, I view it as I just host this, bro. Like, I'm not like the go-to... I'm not so much like the go-to guy here, and like I'm not some oracle guru or something, right? So that's what it's all about, man. Is sharing all our experiences, and I'm just here kind of hosting. I run the channel, I suppose. But yeah, man, that's exactly what it's about. Just yeah, if you got input, anybody, anything you think could help them, yeah. Now, yeah, transplanted. Oh, that's fantastic, Nicholas. I'm glad to hear that, man. Starting to come back to some kind of normality. You'll still be on some meds for that to accept the new organ, right? It's quite a long-term thing. Yep. That can happen, Jamie. Yep. Colin YouTube. Oh, okay. Appreciate you, Kurt. You're a top bloke. Glad to have you here. Yes, we do appreciate you, Kurt, very much as well, mate. I appreciate all of you being here. Appreciate all of you being here. It's you all contribute different things to the chat, and we end up having a good yarn each night. Jeez, we got... Yep. Kurt's slapping out some trolls there. 1 second, Kurt's planning out a troll. Like 10 seconds later, he's dropping a membership. Thank you very much, Kurt. Thanks for the membership, bro. Who got that one? Greased Monkey got it. See? See what happens when you're good people? You see that? You see YouTube figures it out and sends it to the right people. The universe provides. See that? The universe provides, chat. I'm not going to have a cigarette. I'm going to be a good boy there, maybe. I've got books everywhere. Oh, most Heidi's asleep and not whining. We managed it. We pulled it off. Thank you, darling Susie, for making that work out. Someone took your message down. Bingo, sometimes YouTube takes them out. It's real weird what it does. YouTube will retract messages and stuff, all sorts. Nero, g'day, how are you, mate? Nero said, absolutely, to something else. Depends how you take care of yourself. I still have things from when I was 6 years old. Well, yeah, I more mean like, I more mean like all the car stuff, man. Like just money going into cars as a teenager and stuff into my 20s and motorbikes and that, and yeah, like, you know, they're all those things are gone now. I don't. You've had a wound there actually, so I'll cover it. My mother recently threw out everything from my childhood, right? So, you know, she had it in the cupboards for years, and oh no, these are for grandkids to play with and whatever, and my sister's kids played with all the toys and that, and, you know, all my Matchbox cars I'd kept immaculate, you know, I always used to roll them up, they were like new, right? And I'm just watching them all be slammed head-on crashes on the floor, and, you know, oh, you're right. And I said to Mum, I said, when you want to, like, you know, she goes, oh, someday I'll probably, you know, give the toys away or something. I said, well, someday, like, you know, I might have kids or something, like, you know, but, like, this is all my stuff from my childhood. I remember all this stuff. Like, I enjoy having it around. I'll, you know, set it up in a little room somewhere, some of it, you know. I'll keep some of it, you know. And I found out recently from my sister, she just got rid of all of it. She's like, oh, I went around to Mum's and she was having a big throwout. I managed to rescue some of my old stuff. And I was like, and you know, you didn't give me a call? I was like, you know, you were there, like, you know, you could have said, hey, there's some stuff here you might want, you know. I'll take it to my place, you know, for a week or something. But yeah, nobody lets me know shit. So now, every childhood toy I had, everything I ever, like, all my old school, like, bits and pieces, just everything, right? So I had, like, slot car tracks, you know, and like, I'd saved up for them all too. She gave away my PlayStation 1, which was in an original PlayStation bag and everything, immaculate condition. Never a speck of dust. Like, I'd literally unplug it, put it back in the bag. I was like autistic, organised child, right? But no, all gone. All gone. All my old Gran Turismo games, everything. No scratches on the discs. No, I really looked after everything, but it's all gone now. So, such is life, right? Things come, things go. Same story with the Pokemon cards. Yep. I said that to my sister. I said, I'm sure there was a couple of blooming. I said, I know there was some Pokemon in there, and I'm pretty sure there was some holographic Charizard too. But it was all just buried away, and it was just bins and bins of stuff of school, like art projects and stuff, right? And someday. But now it's all gone now. All gone to the landfill somewhere. So when second thought about those, don't do it. Yeah, anyway, let it go. Right? Yeah, I got annoyed at the time when it happened, Raymond. I went, but at the same time, you can't. Your things end up owning you, right? Things end up owning us eventually. Everything you own has a responsibility and a duty of care to it. You've got to maintain it. You've got to look after it. And like, my mum was OCD, like crazy tidy. My dad was a hoarder, right? So, like, the upstairs of the house was immaculate. Like, my mum would follow you down the hallway with a vacuum cleaner if you dropped a crumb on the floor. Meanwhile, my dad's garage was just mayhem where you could never work on any cars or anything, which explains, what I'm like in my garage when things get messy. And I'm like, I can't operate in here. Like, I don't want to end up this way. So that's the battle I'm going through when you see me in the garage. Like, I've got to make this right. Like, yeah. Because my father to this day still doesn't complete any car projects. He calls me up to come around his place and come help him, and now I'm like, dude, I can't even step into your shed. And so I'll injure myself. I'm your favourite male YouTuber. I appreciate it, mate. I appreciate it. Oh, the chat is flowing by, guys. I will try to do my best here. There's a lot going on there's a lot between of Jamie's situation, so I'm just making sure I pick out between the comments. Sell all my Hot Wheels, at least 10k plus more cars. Still not happy though. Should see all my Hot Wheels. Sorry, right, I read sell. See all my Hot Wheels. Yeah. Still not happy though. Oh, happiness is fleeting, man. Happiness is an emotion that comes and goes, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to pursue being happy in life, you're never going to get there. What you're pursuing is peace. Just a little reframe there, bro. Happiness is only an emotion that comes as a high in a moment of like chemicals and stuff, right? You couldn't be happy all the time. You're never going to reach a point where you feel happy and you're never sad and whatever, right? What you're looking for is peace. Peaceful existence. So, it's pretty peaceful to sit back and look at all your Hot Wheels and be like, you know what? I'm happy and I'm excited. It's, oh man, you know what? I'm glad I've made this collection. This is nice to look at, right? Rather than a blank wall or a poster or something. Yeah, Jamie, I'd say the best thing you could do from this point, bro, is try clear it out of your head. The best thing you can do, Jamie, is essentially to stop talking about it. You've taken necessary actions with this guy. Like, I have been reading what you're saying with everyone, right? Just move on with your life, man. It's the best thing you can do, bro. That's how you win. That's my best advice, Jamie. How you win is don't play. Play their game as little as possible. You know what their game is, so the only game I always like to be genuine, but when people play fucking games with me, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to handle that how I need to, because otherwise you just become a fucking doormat. Such a war in the game of life. Yeah. Balance of dopamine is hard to find. It is X-Gold, it is, man. Definitely. Especially with ADHD, for sure. See your pain, I feel it. You see your patterns of heavier within your parents. Do you think within your power not to follow? Yeah. Just, I don't know. There's a lot going on in here from over the years, man. But, it doesn't keep me up at night or anything anymore. It used to. Jack Reacher. Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, I appreciate it. Try my best. If I let myself wallow, like, the amount of things that have happened to me in my life, I'm not playing victim, nothing. The amount of shit that's happened, there's so many different points I could have been taken down, and some stuff has taken me down for quite a while. But through that really hard struggle, it's like the other things I've struggled with, it's just like, I know I can get through anything, right? You got to remember that. It helps to have these moments of realization where you actually sit and look at where you're at in life and be like, look how far I've come from where I was at, and I did that, right? And that is your proof that you can do anything. That every challenge that has ever come up in your life, you face it, you're still here. You still eat. Did you eat today? You know, are things still ticking along? You feel me? But we don't give ourselves credit for that, right? We're chasing happy, we're chasing more, we're da-da-da, right? But we don't pat ourselves on the back for, like, look back, where were you 10 years ago? What was your life like 10 years ago? What was your mind like 10 years ago versus now, right? Or what people have come into your life from, like, 10 years ago or like 5 years ago, you improved your mind a lot over the years before that, and then that's allowed you to meet good people and stuff. Like, for me, if I hadn't done the internal work, I wouldn't have met Susie. I wouldn't have built a relationship with Susie, which has been the best thing to happen with my life, to be honest. So, I don't know, Jamie. I wouldn't worry about Jamie. Like, it's like on here, bro. Like, I get haters. You would not believe some of the messages I get as well, bro. The best thing you can do is just do your thing, man. Just do your thing. Go about your life. Do you post content, Jamie? I'm trying to remember. I may have. I think I've asked before, Jamie. Do you post content regularly, or is it just a channel that you view and comment from? You'll be live later. Okay, yeah, you do lives and stuff. Yeah. Honestly, man, just ban it. It's like the trolls, bro. The best thing you can do is ban them out, focus on your audience, and just go about your life. That's how you win. They're expecting you to react. They want to bully you. They want to push you. They want to create. They want to keep creating problems. So don't give them ammunition. Right? The more you play into it, the more it's going to just carry on. The more attention you give it, the more thought you give it, the more you go at it, the more it will carry on. It's like bullies in school, right? Bullies in school were the same. As if you reacted, they'd keep picking on you. If you weren't the kid who reacted, and eventually I learned to stop reacting, they'd beat the crap out of me, and I'd just lay there and just let them kick the shit out of me, and okay, whatever. And eventually there was nothing in it for them. So they went and bullied someone else. Now, me ever being the martyr at 14, 15, when they're bullying other kids that I, thought, it was a bit wrong to pick on, I'd go and confront the bullies so they'd pick on me again. Because it was like, it was better than them picking on the people they were picking on that were like, people with Down syndrome and stuff. Like these bullies would punch the kids with Down syndrome and shit, or attack me because I was the autistic kid. So they'd attack. Like, I got along well with the guy with Down syndrome, right? He was a lovely fella. So when they bully him and stuff, I'd step in and sort of jump on the sword, so to speak, I suppose. I lost me durries, love. Right there. Unbelievable. You post every day? You post every day? Well, my advice, Jamie, would be before any of this drama happened, whatever, think, what content do you want to make? Make that content. They're not a word about all the dramas, all that. Make the content you want to make, bro. As a big to them. That would be my suggestion, dude. That's what I'd do. That's exactly what I'd do. So make it that way you wish. Mr. Matthew, g'day. New Zealand, man. New Zealand. Is that a wig in the background? Yes. Yes, it's a wig. So when I'm done doing this stream, I get on my other channel, I put on a green screen and a wig. I'm like, hey guys, I'm Becky from California. And that's where I make all my actual YouTube money, bro. People donate me hundreds of dollars, and Go back, need a breather. No worries at all, Jamie. No worries at all, man. It's a person, it is. It's a Susie. It's me lovely lady. Yeah, that's how it goes, ex-God, right? That's how she goes. I'm not going to answer that question, Green Thumb. That's why I ignored it the first time. We try to do like a positive self-improvement chat, bro. This channel is for aiming up in life, right? Not for stupid questions, right? So I do ask people value my time. That's what I'm trying to do here. Is I try and give my time so we can help people with mental health, help people with life, right? Things that matter, not silly questions, right? Just so you know, bro. Like sometimes we take the piss a bit, but I don't. The question doesn't even make sense. The last 2 words of it make no sense. I don't know what that is. Gross fly on the window. Oh, the dog's always like eating the flies. Flying raisins to a dog. It's free flying protein, fresh protein. Straight out of the sky. $20 is $20, exactly. Oh, it just made me think of what Kurt did the other day. We won't say that again. We get Kurt all excited. But no, one of Kurt's donos was to get treats for the dogs, so I got to remember to order some treats for the dogs as well. Kurt, thanks for staying up. Hope you have an awesome day tomorrow with your new hire. I missed a message from Kurt again. I was so aware you guys were sort of chatting amongst yourselves, so there we go. I did miss one. Mark, I got to bounce. Have a good night. You and Susie, bedtime calls, night chat. Thank you for being here, Kurt. Thank you for the gifted membership, bro. Did gifted a couple of them, right? Thank you, bro. Much appreciated, man. I've got a nicotine patch on right now, my friend. Yeah, I've cut right down this week. Way down. I didn't have any for the first couple of days. And I'm just having sort of, what am I on? Probably, what was today? Oh, okay, no more today. Yeah, I didn't have a nicotine patch on most of today. But no, I am in the process. Definitely working on it. Started the nicotine patches about 4 days ago, so I got these ones here. But yeah, I took one off at about 1 p.m. this afternoon, and I didn't put one on until about half an hour ago. So yeah, about 8 hours I went without one. Quit for 4.5 years. Nice, mate. Nice. Yeah, we got quite a few people here who have quit and stuff, and as I say, self-improvement channel. It's kind of my one thing left. Yeah, will do, mate. Will do for sure. Will do for sure. Yeah, some dinner. That'd be nice. Yeah, I can cook it up. That's all right. I can cook it after if you want. Either or. Hello from Italy, the country shaped like a boat. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. Susie's just going to get some dinner going, so if you want to hear some sizzle ASMR, you're going to get some, I think. How's life in Italy today, my friend? How's your weekend going? Does Italy still have like a very relaxed... Is it Italy that has like a really relaxed work schedule? It's like a 4-day week and like 2-hour lunches and stuff, or like an hour at home for lunch and stuff. What country did I hear that's from? Is that Italy? Go and eat with family and stuff in the middle of the day at home and stuff like that. Was that Italy? Interesting culture. I'm trying to remember where it was. Yeah, how are you going? How are you going, Jumper? What's good in your life, mate? How's your week? How's your weekend? God, I can't read that out. Got your frequent flyer miles on that one, eh? All right. Whatever makes you happy. However you want to define the term. You want me to plug in the cooker, don't you? Yeah, all right, love. Hang on. So, you guys know how I've gone through a couple of heaters, right? You know what happened last night? The electric blanket died. So now I've got to buy another electric blanket. This is bullshit. It was a used electric blanket I'd had for many years, but it worked fine for many years. And then I plugged it in and turned it on last night, and it went, nah. You want to know what grinds my gears? 2 heaters breaking in a winter. And then I'm like, oh, all right, I got an electric blanket out. Oh, that'll do. It's nearly the end of winter. And the electric blanket, I was loving it to bits.
think you do that?
For anybody wondering what just happened there, I poured a glass of milk and finished the bottle, and Susie was getting stuff out of the fridge, so I just laid the milk bottle across the back of her neck. She stood up and tumbled a milk bottle off and scared herself. Nice. It worked out well. Doesn't take much to break them electric blankets. Yeah, exactly, man. I'm going to get this one. It's not like fitted. It was just like a single bed electric blanket, so it kept moving around a bit. So yeah, wrecked it pretty quick. So I'm going to get a full fitted sheet type one. Look at a couple of them online. Don't need an electric blanket. I have a dog to share the bed with. Well, that's what I used to have. And then I got Susie. So the dogs always used to sleep on the bed with me. I'd have one dog on the bed per night, right? So it was Heidi would be on the bed or Zed, depending on the evening, right? And take turns with them. Keep them warm. But Susie is sometimes, in winter, she's like a popsicle. And in summer, she's like an oil heater. I don't know what's wrong with her. Oh, here we go. Links for Acres. G'day, built a holding pen for our little Shetland pony today, getting it ready for some shows. Awesome. You always got something on there, man. I love it. You putting up long form videos on that stuff, or did you do that on live, Link? Do it the old school way grandmother used to do it. 500 blankets. Yeah, that's right. I remember one winter like that. Straight my mate's family's house. They had a spare room I rented for a while, and his mum essentially became my mum for a while. Like, I'd go to do my laundry. She'd say, put it in with all the family stuff. Go away. Oh, don't touch my blooming washing machine. I'm like, all right. But yeah, winter I'd be like, I'm a bit cold. Is there another blanket? And she'd pull out like 4 blankets like this thick, and just like, here, like. No, I'd make my bed, and she'd go, you're not making it properly. Oh, like, you can't sleep in a bed made like that. She'd come in and fluff around with it. Hey, man, I used to try and do it better than that, and she'd go, look, she's like, I have mother instincts. I have 5 children. Oh, I'll just look after it, mate, All right. But, again, I had that same thing growing up with my mother, I wasn't allowed in the kitchen as a teenager. I was allowed to make 2-minute noodles. That's what I was allowed to make, because everything else, you make a mess. You come home from school, you can make instant noodles. I was never allowed to cook anything. But I left home at 16 and a half, I think, maybe 7, just on 17. I left home, and I didn't know how to cook or nothing. I could make instant noodles. I could heat up a tin of baked beans. I could do scrambled eggs, but that was my culinary ability. So I very much kind of got thrown into the world with very little experience of how to actually adult. But hey, live and learn. Yeah, Kevin, sorry, it couldn't work out between us, mate. But you enjoy the app. We could just never be, Kevin. Like, I'm a dude, you're a dude. To try with D-Bird, he's 10%. D-Bird says he's still 10% gay, so we're gonna send him away to a church camp. We're gonna send him to one of those Pray the Gay Away camps over Christmas. Try to sort that out. Fair enough, yeah. It was a magical night, thanks, Kev, but one and done for me. Turned out really good, no offence by all means, but it looks pretty good. Only do what you can do, Link. Yeah, I tend to put off projects a bit like that. Like, I tend to be always a bit dissatisfied. I could have done that nice, could have done that, but end of the day, mate, it's a shed for a pony. I'm sure the pony will be pleased with it. Just does it do the job of looking after the pony? Happy pony. Dyspraxia growing up. I was never allowed near the kitchen. Yeah, what is dyspraxia? Because I had a cousin who had dyspraxia. I can't remember what it was. Can't remember. Yeah, I have heard the term before. Greece, awesome. Oh, I missed a message from Greece there somewhere then. Nice people here. Yep. Yep. Milkman and Gabby, you sub them up. Oh, thanks, Greece. Appreciate it, mate. Hey, you're in Australia. I'm in New Zealand, mate. No, I don't know. You tell me. You're the one who puts them all in there. This is your department, dude. You're asking me if there is a peg or a rubber band in the cupboard. These are your systems. You see how this is the kitchen? This is you insist on its. I try and change it to how I have it, and then a week later it's all back to how you have it, so I just leave it the F alone. So if you're looking for a peg or rubber band, well, I know where my sockets are, bro. I know where my spanners are, mate. Look after your tools. Unbelievable. The sheer audacity.
I don't know.
It'll be fine, just rolled up. Just stuff it in the fridge so it stays rolled up. Put something on top of it. It'll be fine. We'll finish them tomorrow. Need to let go of anger so your mental health can improve. Yep. All anger always comes from one thing, and that's unmet expectations. So whether it's someone in traffic or whatever, you have an expectation that others are going to treat you the same way you treat them, or be the way that you are, essentially, right? So when they don't, or they go back on their word or something, right? So when they don't meet that, that's where anger comes from, right? An expectation of somebody that isn't met. Nice view from there, Mark. Yeah, it's a good view. Yeah. I mean, looking at the back of sheep was all right growing up, but you're much prettier than Flossie. Gotta go, guys. See you next time. All right, Bingo. You have a good one, mate. Thank you for coming by. Been a pleasure. Put them in the garage with the other tools. Might have to, like, wood, yep. Still, shame that you stole your away from us. Nice channel here, I enjoy it. Yeah, Grace, yeah, I mean, yeah. I try to do my best, bro, to do I don't know. I do struggle with that, like, with the YouTube. I'm like, well, like, do I ask these different questions? And, like, you know, like, we used to sit on 17, 20 viewers in here the whole night. And it's been quiet lately, to be honest. But I don't know if it's YouTube numbers or what. I don't know. Because there's usually more people talking than it says are in here, so I don't know. Maybe I'm boring. Humour's what I like. Appreciate you. Yeah, mate. You gotta have a bit of humour. Usually I have a bit more energy for it. You guys will know when I have excess energy because I'll be burning it off here doing accents and like taking the piss more. I'll be a lot more of a larrikin. At the moment I'm just trying to conserve my energy. I'm trying to recover my shoulders after all those pull-ups all on the back of my arm here has been throbbing for a couple of days. So I'm just rest and recover this weekend. But not at all really. Because I'm just going to be doing... I can't not do work. It drives me crazy. I don't know why. But I get to the end of the day, and if I only do like a few hours, you know, like today I probably only did 2.5 hours of stuff, wandering around, whatever. And I'm like, man, I did like a 2.5 hour day today. But it is Saturday. But I still beat myself up. I'm still like, man, I could have got this done, that done. Like, you know. So I made sure I bought a little notebook today. Make sure I start doing my task list again, because when I get lazy with that, that's usually when this happens. I'd say that's probably what it is. So I need to take my own advice sometimes. I tell people to make task lists, and then I get slack with them. And then, like, I still, like, when I have big projects on, I don't usually do task lists, because it's like I know I have to be in the garage doing that. At the same time, I seem to get distracted a lot more, I think, without a list. Whereas once I wake up and I'm like, okay, what's on my list today? Once I do one thing and cross one off, I'm straight on to the next thing on the list. Now it just keeps me in that flow. Lives fluctuate, they do. Yeah, that's the thing, is I never want to do the exact same thing on here every day or anything, right? So that's why there's so much varied content. I didn't want to do like just push-ups on here or something. It'd be fucking boring. Who wants to stick around? Like, you get what I mean? It's always good to have some variance on a channel. Like, a lot of people niche down or they do one thing and they're relying on just a fresh audience all the time, whereas I want to actually like build a community. Versus, the people, if you put rubber bands on a watermelon every day, or you're doing something crazy on YouTube or whatever, you're going for the attention swipe through, people who want entertainment, people come, people go. I really want to be, people subscribe and come back, and we actually, build a really great community, which we have done already, right? Already built a great community, so it's worked, so. When somebody does something wrong, I try not to villainize them. I just think they're blinded. Yep, just different experiences. They're just at a different point in life, right? Some people never do any internal work their whole lives. I've met a lot of people like that, like just buying cars, building materials and stuff. And some people you talk to, man, it's just like you can just tell they haven't really thought much in life. They kind of just gone about their life, and they seem happy enough, some of them. But yeah, they're definitely like, you meet a lot of people that like, you never meet otherwise unless you're buying someone off them, and it's like, okay, yep. This pays to go about your own, keep your world smaller, right? I think that's what it comes down to. There's endless information and stuff in the world and endless content. The more you focus on your own life, your friends and your family, I think the more you find peace, right? Without all we just got so much noise, so much input coming in these days from so many places. The human brain's not really made for it. This keeps us in that constant, low-level stress, right? Heightened state. It's quietening down the noise helps. I gotta say, I do look a lot more respectable with my short hair, don't I? I look like a blooming movie star. A few people split between me and Dee, but Dennis is on, is he? Oh yeah, that would make sense. Time is it? 8:46. I won't stay on too much longer. Hopefully Dennis, I'm usually there for Dennis's chats after rather than the workout. I forgot about that, Gabby. Yeah, a lot of people would have run away from Mr. Dennis. What's for dinner tonight? Going to be the same again as yesterday. It's burgers without the bun. It's pretty much our go-to all the time. You know what we got tomorrow morning? Susie's Sunday pancakes tomorrow morning.
We didn't have them last Sunday.
We didn't have them. Did you not make? Oh no, because we were going on the road getting the new truck, so we didn't have Susie's Sunday pancakes. I knew there was something missing last weekend. You tell me this now. You waited until the eve of Susie's Sunday pancakes to tell me last week I didn't get them. You timed this, haven't you? All week you said nothing. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Yeah, yummy. Yep. Yeah, I don't eat bread, man. So yeah, it's just essentially a burger without the bread. No veg. Oh, there's some pickle on there. Pickle, sauce, cheese, patty, onion. I suppose onion's a vegetable. But you get what I mean. I use vegetables as like a little bit of something on it, but I don't eat vegetables beyond that, so I don't have like salad or anything. Dutchmen. Something about Dutchmen look very good or something? I don't know what I must say. Hair doesn't make the person. I don't know, I just feel it makes me look a bit sharper. It makes me look like less of a blimmin', I don't know, less rough around the edges, a bit cleaner, a bit more professional. Apparently that's what the world wants from me. Somebody said that the other day. They said even after this haircut, they said I need to clean up my beard more. They've been viewing for 6 months. They said you need to clean up your hair more, clean up your beard more to look more professional. I was like, I reckon.
I like it.
Yeah. Who stole? She hasn't. No, she hasn't. Susie hasn't stolen me. Well, she gets me most of the time. You guys get me when I'm here.
What?
Oh no. Ex-God said, hair looks good. Again, it's a shame that she stole you away from us. I'm flattered, mate. I'm flattered. So if Susie likes it, that's the main thing. Yep. Quick, easy. Sorry, guys. Quick, easy meals. Yeah. Pickle me. Oh, just one. No, just one slice will do, love. Yeah, got myself some pickle. Okay, put the rest on the burgers or I'll eat all the pickles. What did you guys do to me, get me addicted to pickles? I guess that would come down to your belief systems, Mike. People find, like, there's over 2,000 different religions, right? So, some people, I think belief in God does guide a lot of people. I think it gives people, I think what religion does more than anything, usually I don't talk about religion or politics here, but I think what religion does more than anything is it gives people some comfort, because the biggest fear for people is death, right? You hear this from non-religious people more than anything, is, well, what's the point of getting everything in life? I'm going to die anyway, right? It makes people really depressed. So through religion, you get that answer. Oh, there's heaven, there's this better place, and all the people you've lost have gone to this place, and, I don't know, man. Somebody has to be wrong. There's 2,000 religions, which means 1,999 of them are wrong. So yeah, that's why I don't talk religion in here. There are channels dedicated to the topic, though. But again, I respect people's beliefs, right? So it's just if other people have a religious belief, if it serves them, all power to them, right? I've got very religious friends that I support them and I'll back their message, When in Rome. Alright, got to head out and do the chores, check the animals, mate. Meant to get quite windy overnight. Yeah, Link, yep. Yeah, get yourself back in and warm by the fire there, mate. Have a goodie, great to see you. Thank you for popping in as always. The flavour cuts through. Oh, from the pickles. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, well, X-God, you're too late, mate. And I never swung that way. X-God, aren't you a dude? So it was never going to happen anyway, was it? Sorry. Is X-God a chick? Revelations. We're going to find out in a minute. I thought DK, I don't know. I hope Mr. Rayman is a man. So marinated mussels. Oh, yeah, man. I love mussels. I always love mussels. Yes, she is good for him. Yeah, she keeps me. You guys need to understand, right? Susie is the one that holds together a lot of the stuff I fail at, right? So she compliments me in that way. There's a lot of stuff I sort of don't have to stay on top of these days because she understands that it's something I really struggle with, right? So she gets on top of it. Now she puts out the rubbish bag because I bloody forget. She's usually up a bit earlier than I am. So now I'm the lazy one on that front. My abs hurt from working out. So when I cough, it hurts like hell. Oh. Yeah, my lungs are fine, but yeah, my abs are so sore from all those pull-ups and push-ups and that. Every time I cough. Oh, it's getting me. It's getting me. I'm going to change the question real quick, alright? Come here. I've got to change the question. There we go. We'll pop that up there. Hello, big ears. Why'd you turn your head?
What? Me?
Oh, were you just looking at her?
What you were doing.
I looked at Heidi and I went, hi, big ears. And then you just like turned your head round at me. I'm like, whoa, man. Jesus. You got cute ears, by the way. Sorry, I'm just gonna eye up the missus more. Got a beautiful woman in my kitchen cooking me burgers, so it's quite distracting. Cheer, brother. New Zealand, how are you, man? Where are you from? We're in NZ, mate. I'm up Northland. Grew up in Auckland. Oh, alright, X-God. Thanks, mate, I think. Nothing for you. Sometimes nothing's good, isn't it, Greece? Sometimes, like, I enjoyed today, man, doing lifts today. Last couple of days, man, I did the workouts yesterday. I didn't do much else yesterday. And just pottering around. Been in the garage again today. So I was saying yesterday, I hadn't been down there for a few days, so I was like, I need to at least spend a couple of hours down there today, so I did that. And Tauranga, man. Yeah, went to Tauranga, or the Mount. I think we went to the Mount. About a year ago, that's where I bought my Land Cruiser. I was out of Tauranga ways. So yeah, hadn't been down there in a while. Yeah. So always, whenever I go to Tauranga, man, I've been to Tauranga probably, I don't know, 10 times in my life, right? Whenever I've gone to Tauranga, the weather's good. Doesn't matter when in the year I go, I can drive in the rain half the way down there. Whenever I get to Tauranga, the weather's freaking beautiful, man. Wife going to work was nice, no more yelling at me, I'm honest. Yeah. Sometimes like we all need some space in general, man, I think everybody feels that. Like everybody, like you're around people too much. Sometimes you need just a space to yourself. Like I think that's really going to benefit Diana. She's doing like a little she shed project just to like, or a woman with a greenhouse is typically happy. A green thumb and a greenhouse to work in. Gives them somewhere to. It's like a man's shed, right? We need space to ourselves at times. That's where you can definitely get, like, we've experienced that, right? Living in a caravan, right? We've got 2 of us and 2 dogs in a caravan, and Susie's lived here like a year and a half, right? So you can imagine what that's like being on top of each other all the time. We do need a breather sometimes. Hey, Rudy, great to see you, mate. How are you? Life been busy than normal with activities, weather's cooperating with me, fantastic. How are you feeling mentally as a difference? Like, what do you find you feel? I find I feel like quite a difference, like the winter blues, right? Like, I've got through winter, I've got way more done this winter than any other winter ever, right? So, like, I pushed myself a lot more, and, like, there's, like, my whole goal through winter was I'm going to make sure I actually get the work done so that when the better weather comes, I'm, like, really ready to go. And, like, yeah, getting the garage set up better and stuff. It's all worked out. That was the whole thing of getting the garage floor done and that. So, yeah. So, as soon as the weather dries up enough, as soon as the ground dries up enough around the cabin and stuff, I can finish all the cladding, I can get all the flashings on and stuff. But I do need to get some garage stuff done first. At the moment, I'm trying to get my trailer out. My car transporter trailer has been blocked in up the side of the garage for 6 months, right? With the car sitting on it. So, I've got to move a whole heap of stuff. All the junk I just threw out of the garage, doing the new garage floor, all these old car parts and crap, it's all outside. So, clearing all that up, and yeah. Then I'm going to scrap one car body for that Ford Fiesta that we pulled apart on live. Scrap that. Then I got a couple of 300 ZXs to strip out, and we'll scrap the bodies of those. Then I'll get my next shed up. So, by the end of the summer, hopefully both the cabin is finished and I'll get it done. The cabin will be finished and I'll get that brown garage up that we just bought. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. It's basically the garage is pretty organised now. Get a car back in the garage, get everything shuffled around. Yep. There's going to be a lot of live streams of me putting engines and shit, towing things around and pulling things apart very soon. We're going to get back to all the mechanic work streams. So, been a long ass winter, but we're coming out of it now. So, tomorrow, happy this week with posting my videos. Like I said, my youngest daughter helped me record some of them. I'm grateful for everything I have. Yeah, man. Yeah, I was thinking, are you expatting in a third world country? No, I live in New Zealand, mate. Last winter I went for 2 months without water and 4 days without electricity. Just me and my 2 cats up in the snowy countryside. Water froze. Fun. How did you... I didn't think human beings could survive 2 months without water. I thought it was like, I know. Oh shit! Really? The water how do you stop? Yeah, how do you stop the water freezing up there? Actually, that's a really good question. If you're up in these snowy places, cold all the time, how do you stop all the water freezing? Oh, I guess yeah, make a fire and boil it up until it's water again. I suppose. I don't know. Somebody educate me. I like the cool months more than the summer. My body acts up with the heat. Yeah, my body more acts up with the cold. From all my broken bones I've had over the years. So it's more for me. It's winter is when my hip hurts more and all that kind of stuff. You heat it up. Yeah. 36 2-litre water bottles since I was expecting the water to freeze in the pipes under the road lead to us. Oh, okay, no. So you did have water. You had water to drink. Okay, so you didn't survive 2 months without water. I was sitting there thinking, oh man, I need to hear about this. There's going to be a documentary, and I survived. I imagine it's like an I survived documentary. And without a shower, without 2 months for 2 months, that kind of sucked. Oh, mate. Maybe you were somebody's Sasquatch sighting. Unshowered and unshaven, wandering around the forest. Such is life. All right, good. Heat the water up. All right, good. Yeah, I was just thinking in those colder places like water tanks and stuff, I would have thought, if it was really cold in winter in like Canada or Alaska, stuff like that, when it's like snow, it's freezing cold for ages, I would have thought all the water in the like big water tanks outside the houses and stuff would just freeze solid. And wouldn't it expand and like blow up the big water tanks? I've never thought about that. That's my silly question of the day. Later, dude. Until next time. Yeah, great to see you, Rayman. Thank you for coming by, man. I appreciate your wisdoms as always. You're very wisdomous. I do appreciate you sharing your knowledge, man. It's probably getting about the point I'm going to be 9 o'clock. Yeah. I appreciate that how time slowed down. I could go and boil snow along with the used water in the bottles, so it taught me patience. The TikTok generation never would have survived. Yeah. TikTok generation never would have survived. Do you mind if I stay on a bit longer?
No.
Oh, okay, sweet. Cool.
Not working tomorrow. So
oh, yeah, you got a day off. Sweet. I feel like a coffee, to be honest. Have we got enough water in the kettle? Oh, we do. Yeah, right. We're going to have a tea or coffee then, guys. I'll just make sure I stay awake enough. I'm awake. I've got energy. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just wind down kind of day. I'm going to make a coffee. Who wants coffee? See, I can barely lift my arm up at the moment after all those pull-ups. I can get my arm now to like there, and then it's pinching in the back of the ear a lot. So yeah, but I'm doing all right. I swept the floor around all my motorbikes today. That made me happy. The garage was at a point. I moved a couple of the motorbikes and swept all the floor under them and tucked them in nice. Now I've got the 4 motorbikes sitting there together. I'm like, oh yeah. I have to do a garage live. Again this week, guys, and you'll see the progress in there I'm chipping away at. I was going to do a live today working on the garage, but honestly, I sat in there with some headphones on, played some music on. Actually, no, I had music on at first, and then I was listening to Jerry, or Jarrett. I'm never quite sure exactly what his name is, to be honest. I do need to confirm it with him. CCL, Cabin Creek Living. He's a Canadian guy, and he's always got like a sunset and a fire behind him, like a barbecue going. He's got a sunset. He's a nice Canadian guy. So he's a channel I'm a big fan of. So I was hanging out listening to him while I was working in the garage, because me and him have a very similar way of thinking. So yeah, shout out. Sorry guys, we had a reconnect for a moment there. What's my current numbers per day? At the moment, I'm just building up some pull-up strength again, man, because I haven't done them for a long time. The push-ups we're probably doing, averaging out probably, I don't know, 200-300 a day, something like that. Usually do it like 200, 250. It's next month is the hectic stuff on the push-ups, man. So that'll be 739 push-ups a day next month. So that's gonna suck. But me and my Bright Ideas department in my head decided it was a good idea to take that on. I think it'll be a good challenge for myself. You know, and it's all for a good cause as well, of course. Yeah, nice, yeah. Now I have to make you some coffee too. Cats seem to tip their paws, and yeah, Heidi, my German Shepherd, tried to take it off me on live a couple of days ago. I had my coffee here, and she tried to put and stick her face on it. Yep. So I don't think it. I'm pretty certain at this point, a German Shepherd is not a dog. It's a big cat. Because I swear a German Shepherd acts more like a cat in their behaviour. Whole milk, yep, always, mate, always whole milk. I usually get A2 milk as well, not A1. It's a different kind of cow, just so you know. If you want to look up the difference in that, look up the difference between an A1 milk and A2 milk, and the kind of cow. Yeah, I always prefer the A2. It's like a creamier flavour, in my opinion. It's like a, I don't know, what would you say? It's like sweeter as well. No, it's thicker. The A2.
I haven't really noticed.
I do. But I'm super autistic. So that's probably why. It's in disguise, yes. Yeah. It's like, I'm one of these people that, like, I'm terrible when I'm in a car with someone. Like, I'll see like a caramel coloured cow, but that's where caramel milk comes from, you know. You never see a pink cow. Where do they get the strawberry milk, you know? You know, the white cows are vanilla. Yeah. Or do the white ones just make cream only? No, that's the bulls. That's it. Now I remember. I'm getting excited about my motorbike, Susie. I keep looking at the race bike, and I get on it. I get on Instagram, and because I'm thinking more about the race bike, of course, I'm staring at the Instagram motorbike stuff more, so it keeps showing more of it. And it's just all these guys out racing their motorbikes like mine, and I'm not out there playing. I was thinking about this the other day, like I was cleaning the driveway, and I was thinking back. I'm like, man, on a weekend like this, usually I'd be at a track day. 4 or 5 years ago, I would have been at the track. So it's weird that I'm at home, like building cabin and garage and stuff.
What's going on the bike?
Yeah, we need to get the ZX14. Well, I need to at least get the 1200 fixed up. That's on the to-do list as well. Can never trust a German Shepherd. They're working for the cats. They're just a bunch of skinwalkers. Yeah, fair. That would be. Let's put another shrimp on the Barbie, mate. Yeah, shrimp on the Barbie would be an Australian, mate. Australians have a bit more inflection in their voice, mate. It kind of goes up and down. You know, I see you played knifey spoony before. Kangaroo, koala, didgeridoo, right? Spider, snake, alligator. Mine. That's Australian. I'm from New Zealand. Different country. But fine. Apparently I sound Australian. Other people say I sound British. Ask if I'm British. I understand it's a hard accent, I suppose. That's exactly how you sound. What do you mean? Well, I guess you're tone deaf. There's a former Bob Ross paint channel I approve of the street. Man, I paint some happy little trees in there. Who doesn't love Bob Ross, right? If you don't like Enya or Bob Ross, you know, it ain't right. Canada here, awesome. You know what? I've never in my life ever, in all the video gaming and all the things I've done and all the conversations I've had, I've never in my life ever had a bad experience with a Canadian person. Ever. Very interesting. Should we move to Canada? I'm not a penguin. It's too fucking cold, man.
No, I've never been there.
Might have to go have a look. Yeah. Always meet lovely people from Canada. Don't break the trend. Don't ruin it for me. I hope you're not a troll or something, Ryan, that's about to ruin it after you said you're from Canada. Just messing with you. HC by me. You're gonna have to do better than that, man. It's not my first day as a live streamer. You're using a joke that's about 30 years old. If you're gonna try and troll people and stuff, like, come up with something original, show some creativity. Don't just paste like something you saw on TikTok. It's pretty pathetic, man. Nobody's impressed. But you could just say hello and where you're from and like have a real conversation if you like, dude, rather than troll people. I'm just saying, floor's yours, man. I'm happy to forgive if you want to. Either I can ban you or you can just fit in. Pretty simple. I'd be wary of Canada. They have a lovely people and just for laughs on YouTube is awesome, but the politics side. Oh yeah, the politics side of it. Yeah, I've heard a bit of that. What's my dog's name? Heidi and Zed are the names of the dogs. We have antifreeze running through our veins. I like it. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Go to bed, Heidi.
Dog. Bed. You want to know how much I'm being guilt tripped right now? I'll show you. I'll show you the face I'm getting right now. You stayed? No. Off. This is what you get when you're a German Shepherd. Like, No. Off. You're very needy tonight, are you? Go lie down. Well, you can stay there, but go lie down at least. No, you're like... Let me do it for you. Weirdo. Go to bed. Heidi, bed. Go on. No, not on your brother's bed. He's asleep. Oi. Your bed. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Oh, no. Oi. Go lie down. Leave your brother alone. He's asleep. You dick. Trying to jump on your brother's bed when and now you're going to bark. Nice. Wait a bit, thank you. Hey, shh. Don't be rude. Could you let her out, please? Sorry, just 1 moment. I'll just mute this before you all go dead. Sorry, I thought I'd spare your ears on that one with Heidi barking your head off. And that's it. I found Gary. Because Gary the possum who lives in the garage only goes around these trees here. The Gary the possum exists within the trees here in my garage, right? So when Gary's up in the trees, the dogs get upset. Love the cold over there. You're a bad influence on me. Every time I see you drink coffee, it makes me want to go make one. Then I can't sleep. Well, yeah, I would suggest, man, get yourself some of these coffee sachets. As much as they got vegetable oil and stuff, I wouldn't usually have in them. They really don't have much coffee in them, so they don't keep me up. So yeah, I definitely stay away. I've got my Kona up there that I usually add to them in the day, but at night, man, I just have like real plain. Get yourself some decaf sachets, man. No, just get yourself some decaf coffee. It's decent. Same taste, but you're gonna have none of the keep you up effect. But yeah, I had some of these decaf version for a while. Tasted the exact same. Hello, my friend in NZ. Hey, Aussie Stu. Great to see you again, bud. How are you? Yeah, the bloody hell are you, mate? Yeah, HC. Like, I'm just gonna time HC out. Like, you can have 5 minutes in the naughty corner. All right. If you want to come and have a real conversation and just hang out with some good people instead of silly things, you're welcome to join in, man. The guilt eyes from the dog. Yeah. Is Scarface overrated? Feel blow on American Gangster more of drug empire movies. Oh no, I mean Scarface is just that old school cult classic movie, right? Like for its time, there was nothing like it, you know. Yeah, Scarface. I don't know. Scarface would be my pick. American Gangster. I'm trying to remember when that came out. I used to be quite the movie buff, not so much these days. I tend to, yeah. The like, to be honest, like streaming like this fills up my movie and TV time. So like usually before I had the YouTube channel, me and Susie would sit here and watch a movie on my phone or something. But yeah, we've got Netflix, but we never watch the darn thing. So trolls outside again. Your wife is a nice lady, you're a nice man. Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah. Try my best. Try to be a good person. G'day, Truly. How are you, mate? Good to see you. I know, Truly. I know. I was going to say the moment I saw A from you, Truly, I was going to say, yes, Sailor Song. I know. I don't forget you, mate. Don't you worry. You don't have to keep reminding me. As I said, I did it for you last time. When I have the right reel to fit the tone of Sailor Song, I'll try put it on there again. Yeah, so I did that. Yeah, I did that the other night. I had a Red Bull right before bed. I still was out like a light. I was that tired. Thank you for that, Celtic. Celtic just modding out some me doing politics. We don't do politics. To the person spamming and flooding those longer messages they can in my chat about politics who just got timed out. Just remember, if you care so much about this politics, why are you spending your time to say it to 6 people? Just a thought. If that's all the impact you can have on it, is you can go around with your time and say it to 6 people at a time or something in the chat and just get banned. It's probably pretty out of your control. You're probably not having much impact on it. So we'll leave it at that. That's why we don't do politics. Having a nice popsicle. Oh, beautiful, mate. Enjoy. It's been a long time since I've had a popsicle. Music Journey Diaries. Good to see you, mate. How are you? How are you getting on, bud? Great to see you. Blocked them before Celtic took care of it. Oh, fantastic. That always works out well, like would as well, right? You see a troll comment come up and, they're doing it on every channel, so you can just tap on their name and block them before the mods do. Then you won't see them on any channel. The only problem is sometimes they say stuff and you're like, oh, I'm not seeing something in the chat, All right. G'day, Phil. How are you? Chrysler George. Good to see you again, mate. Pleasure having you here. Try the Bob Ross chat. It was so corrosive. I was like, what? I remember Bob Ross's old show. What do you mean the Bob Ross chat? What have I missed on this whole Bob Ross situation? Not bad, homie. Just watching this while figuring out this guitar part. Rad, man. Yeah. Repeat. I saw you were playing like a bit of a gig, right? You had a mate singing and you were on a guitar. I saw that in the last couple of days. Doing a gig somewhere, a little one. Did it go well? I think it was you on the guitar, unless I was tripping. Really do appreciate your channel once again. Oh, thank you, Grease. I do appreciate it, guys. Do appreciate the feedback. I just try and put on a good show. For a lot of people, it's boring, I suppose, to sit here and chat. The world has been brainwashed mostly. So try and make something refreshing. Heidi, go to bed, dog. Why are you so needy? Definitely love his garage talks because he has some cool cars and trucks and bikes. Yeah, Salvador, I'm really looking forward to getting back to that. We're very close to getting back to that. So usually the daytime streams are more like, rather than me cleaning the garage and sorting through stuff, it's like I'm working on cars and I'm chatting with you guys like this, except I'm sitting here wiring something and I'm just like, oh yeah, guys, while I work and sometimes I step away from the chat, I'm putting in an engine or something. But that's like the core daytime streams of me working in the garage, or me driving a digger, or me building a deck, or building the cabin or something. It's meant to be like showing all the work it takes to build this homestead, how to build your life up just day by day. Same with the workouts, right? It's all, the whole channel is about showing, like, aiming up in life, the day by day progress to try and inspire other people, help people with depression and stuff, right? Help people focus on their lives. That's the goal. Oh yeah, all right, yeah, fair enough, mate. Yeah, don't blame you. Everything in moderation, my friend, right? As long as you can function. That has been a problem with me with weed, is having a bit in the day lately as well, when I shouldn't. So I'll get up in the morning, might have a little bit, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just have a little bit more, and then I overdo it, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, just lazy and scroll Instagram or something. I'm like, nope. So I'm really trying to reserve it for just the evening, right before bed. I can't sleep without it. That's the only reason I have it usually. Can't sleep otherwise. The Warriors are going well, are they? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't follow any sport, man. The only sport stuff I do see is like highlights of like I'll watch a documentary on Marc Marquez's story. I'll watch a documentary, like I'll watch a 20-minute video about Max Verstappen and his history and stuff, to just learn a little about them. But I don't like watch the races or anything, or any sports games. Heidi, she's getting better. She's been a lot better tonight. Zed, you're licking your paws in the bed, Ian. Zed, oi. Enough. I'll just go correct him because he's just going to walk away and do it again. Hey, enough. You go here. Flop this way, my big boy. Flop this way, you big old doofy. There you go. Have a belly rub. Right, can we stop the licking? Right, have some attention. There's enough licking there, okay? Good boys. Right. Yeah, what else happened? My electric blanket broke last night. No, Heidi. My electric blanket broke last night, so that was annoying. After the heaters had broken in that. No. Yeah. Feel like you have a personality addiction to dopamine. Exactly. So I mean that's the core thing of ADHD, right? The joke about ADHD is that the acronym. Hey, enough. Talking here. Dog. Shush. No. Come lie down up here then. Leave your mother alone. Come here. Lie down. No, shut up. Well, I've allowed you up here so you be quiet because it's the only way we can actually talk. Hey, enough. Yeah, anyway, addiction we're talking about. So the sort of meme, ADHD is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. The meme joke for it is it's a desperate hunt for dopamine. Is the acronym. A desperate hunt for dopamine, right? So somebody with ADHD needs like 1.7 times the amount of dopamine a day in the morning to even get you, like, if you got baseline dopamine for normal people here, anybody with ADHD wakes up with their dopamine down here. So the dopamine baseline is low. So that's why we will stimulate with coffee, with, you'll drive to work like a lunatic, wake yourself up like this, just smoking, drinking, all these different things that'll up the dopamine because that's what the body's looking for. Which is exactly what makes ADHD people so susceptible to social media and stuff. Doom scrolling, whatever, right? Distraction. Right? You fall for anything. So that's the battle of it, right? It's all dopamine seeking because that's what the apps give you with the scrolling. It's novelty. It's constant things changing. It's that's why, and that gives us dopamine. And then once we've satiated with dopamine, well, now you're so flooded with all this dopamine from scrolling, you have no motivation to do anything. So then when you put your phone down for 10 minutes, you put your phone off and away in a cupboard, you turn it off and put it in a cupboard for 10 minutes, you'll sit there like twiddling your thumbs and you'll be like, oh, and you'll do something, you'll clean something, right? But if you've got that option, the dopamine, it's like pulling on a lever in a casino. That's really the most important thing to control, in my opinion, is the dopamine. Diet, sleep. That's what's made me be able to emotionally regulate myself and be unmedicated with ADHD. The meds were great, man. I got stuff done, heaps of stuff done. Everything was always immaculate in life. I was well structured, but, you know, I didn't feel like I was me. It didn't feel like it was me achieving any of it. Sub to Celtic, oh, thanks, mate. Thank you for supporting my bro. Racing bikes, energy drinks, just need more and more. Endless, yeah. Yep. The other thing is sometimes I'd over celebrate wins, right? Like things going well in life, I'd be really amped up, and like you've got dopamine baseline there. Whatever you go up in dopamine above baseline, you're going to crash that far below, right? So if you have an amazing weekend and everything's partying, yeah, and your dopamine's up here instead of here, that's great for it to peak where you celebrate, you get a new car, you show all your friends, whatever, everything's amazing. And then the next day or 2 days later, you're going to be depressed as hell because your dopamine is spiked all the way up here, and now it's going to correct down here. And now you got to bring your dopamine back up again. You wake up, you're like, why do I feel so like empty and unmotivated and like I was so happy, right? So yeah, what goes up must come down with dopamine. So you just want to try and celebrate a bit. Oh, happy, okay, cool, okay. Well, what's the next thing, right? And just you feel it, but you don't want to amp yourself up and too much. That's the like control I've had to learn. Problem with the medication is it doesn't make it feel like it's you. You feel like your mind is zombie roaming. Yeah, exactly, right? All the stuff's getting done, all the dreams you want to achieve, everything's great, everybody gets along with you, socially you fit in a lot better, all that stuff. But yeah. You fit in with everyone else in society, but you're trapped within yourself. Yeah, that's exactly what made me get away from all the medications. Well, they primarily had me on. Oh, actually, I probably can't mention them on here. It doesn't matter. But yeah, usual ADHD med type stuff. Yeah. Well, no, good. Sort of gave myself a bit of rest today, and I worked a bit outside, and then this afternoon I said to Susie, I was like, "Oh man, I wish I'd got way more done today." And she's like, "Dude, you like never take a day off. Like you never ever sit still for more than a few hours. You don't ever, you know. That's all I'll do is I'll stop for like 4 hours. And oh well, I guess that's a day off." And yeah, I do need to just remember to stop a bit more. Especially I've been getting a lot done lately, but I'm always hard on myself. Good night, Mark and chat. See you all tomorrow. Good night, Lightwood. Thank you for joining, mate. It's been a pleasure. It's been very enjoyable. It has been a good chat thus far. Briscoes are having good sales lately. Oh, Briscoes always runs on sales, though, right? The price they put on the shelf is, yeah, you never want to buy anything at Briscoes at full price. But, but the sales can be all right. But, yeah, they definitely... That's where I got me kettle from and the blender. Oh, I'm getting old. What time is it for you guys at the moment, out of curiosity? Celtic and that? What time is it where you guys are? I think daylight savings will shift soon as well. So at the moment, for me, D-Bird is in Ohio, and his stream started. At the moment, they're 8 p.m. my time, but in summer they're 10 p.m. my time. So his 4 a.m. workout for me is usually 8 p.m. And when we get later in summer, it's 10 p.m. for me. So is old Dennis still on? Is he having a chat still? I'm hoping he's going to do a chat later on, because I like to catch on Dennis. 4:28, 5:28, 2:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m. All right, 12 p.m. Bunch of insomniacs, you lot. Celtics at 2:30. Ronnie's at 5:30. Have you slept yet, Ronnie? I suppose not. Dennis is off, but I'm sure he'll be back on in a few minutes. Yeah, he'll be having a shower and triple S. Shower, shit, and a shave. Does his workout go well? Vampires, yeah. I used to run those hours, guys. I used to run those hours myself. Their video gamer hours or their, I don't know. But yeah, I think that's where I was at with the ADHD and that for a long time is, I'd just stay up all night and like the thoughts in my head, I just couldn't shut them up. So I'd just stay up all night. Took a lot of work to get past that. That was really difficult to get through, just the shutting off the overthinking. But putting it to paper, man. Even if you do it like once, like the main thing that helped with putting it to paper was literally just writing out 10 pages of shit. Like I like every car, every trailer, like what parts they needed, if I had the part yet, if I needed to order it, and just listing everything out. Like this trailer within the next 4 years, I need this, and this done on it. Just being able to take all that stuff out of my mind and just dump it onto paper just alleviated 95% of what's in my mind from day to day, right? I think I really like there's a genuine connection between the brain and the hand movements, right? So it's a brain body connection. Like typing it into your phone, it just doesn't work the same. But actually writing it out essentially creates it. It makes it. It can become reality, right? So that problem, hard to sleep. Yeah, yeah. As I say, man, just write it down. Get yourself one of these, just a school book like that. There's a school book like that, bro. Usual line school book, and you just write some. This is a fresh book I just got, but this is just pushed up numbers in most of this one. But yeah, that's usually the kind of thing I'd get and just write. Just each vehicle, every project I have, the first thing I start off with, rather than like trying to change my life, I just went through and I just went, this car here, it needs this. This car needs this. Oh, I need to order a new bloody cable for the TV. Just everything I needed to sort that came to mind, and then just dumped it all out randomly first as like a draft, and then cleaned it up and rewrote it. That book is around here somewhere. I grabbed a fresh one the other day as well. Living the real city that never sleeps. Viva Las Vegas, mama baby. Yep. Philippines somewhere in Cavite, not telling where exactly. Fair enough. Yeah. How's life in the Philippines? Have you got like monsoon season over there? I know my mate in Cambodia was putting up content today. Yeah, massive. Didn't look like friendly weather over there at the moment. Breeding and feeding animals, replanting wheat plants, mate. Have you been up since yesterday? Oh, geez, Ronnie, try to get some sleep when you can, mate. I tell you what, man, sorting out my sleep was the best thing I ever did. It's been the issue for a while now, just with Susie living here and her work schedule and me waking up and stuff. I'd got my sleep schedule pretty good, so I'm struggling a lot more with it now. Like I'm all right, but as long as I don't stay, it's if I stay up one night, like if I do one night till 11:30 or midnight, I'm kind of all right. If I do a night till like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, then I start not wanting to sleep until 11:30, 12, and it just goes all bad. Or I get a crap night's sleep and I wake up at 4 in the morning, and yeah, it happens. Weather's unpredictable. 1 hour it's sunny, the next it rains. Yep. Well, that'd keep you going, right, Ryder? The rain stopped. Get outside, do what you can quickly, get it done. That always stops me procrastinating. Like if I have big plans for the day and then it's like rains for a bit, I'm like, oh come on, and like it'll rain, and like I've had to learn that the moment it stops raining, I got to get back out there, because otherwise I'll sit around for an hour and I'll be like, oh, let it dry up more, and then by the time I think about it and overthink and whatever, then it rains again. Yeah, New Zealand weather can be a bit like that. 4 seasons in a day. 4 seasons in a day in New Zealand sometimes. I've gone out for motorbike rides from here, man, with a crystal clear blue sky as far as the eye could see from the top of the mountains, looking around. Oh, yeah, cool, going up the roads. Top of the mountains, everything's clear. And within an hour, it's like I'm coming back in a flipping thunderstorm. Those times where the second I get out of the house, it just starts to rain like, oh, we did ask right now. Yeah, you've got ready, you got all the plans, you get out there, yeah. Especially when you go have a shower, right? Oh, beautiful day, yeah. Oh, get a heap done. I'll, go grab a shower, and you get yourself, yeah. And the moment you step out the door, yep. It happens, mate. It happens. I'll just check on puppy. You alright? Okay, your head's gonna fall off the bed, you know. Your head will fall off the bed. Yep. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Yep. I haven't heard that song in a long time. Oh. One task, the rest side missions, I guess. Yep. Priority task, and then the rest are side quests. Yeah, I feel you. Opposite out here in Vegas, rains for 2 seconds and then the damn sun comes back out. We always find something to complain about, right? We're never quite satisfied, are we? Never quite satisfied, are we? All right, guys. I think I'm pretty stuffed for the night. So apparently D-Bird will be back on soon, so I'll try to catch some of that. Where am I from? I'm from New Zealand, mate. Yeah, 9:30 at night at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna head off and try watch a movie with the missus before bed or something. I'll try catch a bit of Dennis's stream if I can. Old Men of Action. But yeah, I'm gonna call it for tonight, guys, just because I need to start getting some earlier nights and taking a bit better care of myself with all I'm stacking on my plate and all the pressure I put on myself. So you know how it goes. Sorry if you just got here one stop. Feel free to sub the channel and watch me next time I'm on. If you don't like me, unsub me, I suppose. Nearly hit 50 likes as well. I got 49 on my end. If anybody hasn't hit the like yet, please do. Biggest shout out as always to the moderators. Thank you for your time keeping the troublemakers out of here. It means we can have a good conversation. Probably about 10, 11 p.m, something like that. One stop. Yeah. So thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you to all the members and super chatters and stuff as well. Thank you to Kurt for the memberships. Absolute legend. All right, guys. Yeah, thank you all for being here, and I hope you have a good weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be in the garage, I think, doing something. I don't know. Sometime tomorrow I'll be on again. All right, guys. Thank you all for being here, and you have a good one. I'll see you soon.